gonna give you a few 500 credits from that.
That's probably the easiest way of doing that. So we'll start with the no qual, I guess. Which
Yeah.
means,
Are you
uh,
gonna divide that up, or whoever has it is gonna keep
well,
their
everybody
share?
has one except for Sky. That's up to Sky. So everybody at least has at least 500 credits. So, um,
I
Eh,
need the money.
you do need the money. Well, okay, well, everybody's at a weapon shop selling their loots.
14,
Oh,
11. Red, add 500 credits to your sheet.
Take this off the sheet.
Okay, so no qual Nua. I can delete that because I gave myself the 500. Did you give Yuffie the 500?
yeah.
Okay, I'll delete that note. Red, did you give yourself the 500?
I guess I'll put it on. He
And he
disappeared.
has the flame pistol right in his inventory.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
has
still has it.
a flame pistol.
All right, then I can delete that note. All right. So if you're gonna give Red the 500, I'll delete that no qual note. Okay, I already
Yeah, I gave
did.
him the 500.
Already did
And
that.
oh, he put it there. That's what this is.
I was trying to put it in there, but I think we're both editing at the same time again.
I was like, there's this weird thing in the attacks, but I'm like, oh, that was the no call thing you put there. Hi, Red. I put your credits on your thing.
Thank you.
Okay, so other than
Nah,
that, we have the robot and the body and like all the art and stuff, which I assume we can just, we don't have to role play finding a vendor for, since no one's really gonna try to
You're
haggle
I don't
or
know.
anything like
I don't know
you're
about
selling
haggling. We can find.
you're selling all your mats to a scrap vendor, so
Oh, then
you're fine.
there's probably like what are they called? The rat people? Um,
The script.
the Scrit, yeah. What? No, that's Guild Wars. There's probably they're not the Shiran. Those are the bugs. Whatever. There's probably one of those that would want the robot. So I'm gonna. Okay, so we have 6K worth of loot
Space Skaven.
in random stuff. So I suppose we can divvy that 6K up to
It's Isoki, by the way.
Isoki, right? That'd be 1,500 per person if we divvied up 6K, right? Or am I mathing wrong?
No, that's correct. Are you
no, you're
gonna?
right.
That's what I would assume. The party worked together to get that 6K credits worth of stuff. The only one here who's going to have any extra money is Sky. So I
Yeah.
would assume we would be divvying that up equally. Well, what are we
Yeah.
going to do? Be like, well, fuck Yuffie? Like, she doesn't need any money. Get her some booze. Like, what? No. So, all right, I'll just
Just
delete.
add.
Yeah, I'll just delete that 6K note and everybody add 1,500 um to their monies.
Put it on Yuffie's.
Cool.
2-9.
9, 11.
And then I'll let you buy stuff when you come back next week, Iris, since you're out right now. We'll just count it as you haven't got it.
All right,
And
so
did anybody want the either the tactical art emitter or the auto target rifle? Otherwise, I was gonna sell them.
Okay, give me a
um,
list of the stuff you're getting
I
rid of.
I can use long arms now, but I don't know what those guns are. So let me look and see what they actually are real quick.
The emitter is
Statistically,
it's an electric beam thing like that robot was shooting at you.
the arc emitter tactical
Yeah.
that
Yes.
has 15-foot range. Fuck that. What's
Well,
the other
yeah,
one?
it's
The auto target rifle.
Auto target rifle is 60 feet.
it's a kinetic rifle.
And how much? How much is a laser rifle? Azimuth.
I'll write down and calculate it all. I just need to know the list of stuff you want to get rid of. Are you going to keep that flame pistol you have, Red?
Because now I have to debate about armor versus
What?
a weapon, because I won't have enough to get both. And I really do want to grab this.
I will add Red's share of the loot since he
How,
seems to disappear.
how much do I have? Hold up. I have 2911. Okay, so I could grab... What is this?
Did you add your entire pile of no coal to your sheets, Guy?
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
I don't want that. That seems to be a pretty nice suit of armor.
Red and Sky are gonna hit real hard now. That +3 plus strength on their
See, I don't know if... See, this is gonna... Unless I buy an azimuth.
Oh, and did you pick the damage boost thing for your soldier thing too, Sky?
You chose it for melee, yes.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have Sky hit something with his weapon, and it's just gonna literally implode.
Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I just hit things.
Hey, let me look at your
What would my stats be if I did that?
Oh, sorry.
There's 3. Additional bonus equal to half your strength or damage with melee.
Well,
Is Sky right now? Gee, yeah. Just your +10 damage.
Good lord.
Because you have weapon specialization plus strength plus your attack boost gear.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3 plus 4 plus another 3.
Oh,
So that's a whole lot of damage. So no matter
alright.
what, like you could poke things with a tiny dagger for a minimum of 11 damage.
I don't have enough to gain
That's
armor
how
or a
strong.
weapon. I might
but
have
yeah.
to like try to borrow. Let me buy this armor real quick. I'm gonna grab a Vesk Brigandine 2,
Okay.
which is gonna bump both my ACs to 18. So that's real nice. So let me.
Take the money out.
Well,
And
I'm gonna
and
put the
then
armor down first, and I'm gonna take the money out. Then I'm gonna see what I have left over.
okay. So then does that mean you have a second skin you're gonna get rid of?
Um, I mean, yeah, I don't
Well,
need it anymore.
I'm just gonna write these down as we go.
Yeah, like what I want to do is I want to take that arc emitter from Sky and then just sell it. But if he's gonna sell it anyways, I might have to do a thing and bum some money off because I need to pick up a
Well,
rifle.
if you wanna take it and sell it, I'm fine with that.
Because I'm gonna let me see how much months I have left over once I do this armor thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me do my gear first. Okay, so this armor is called the Vesk Brigandine suit, which can be worn under clothing. So that's pretty cool.
Cool.
So we're going to grab this. It has an EAC of 5 and a KAC of 5. So AC 5, KC 5. Its max dex bonus is 5. ACP.
Did you guys grab any of the random weapons that were floating around in the ship and the rock, or is it just like that one flame pistol you grabbed?
We would have grabbed whatever we could have grabbed. That's the thing. I just didn't. So much was going on that I didn't get time to write everything down. So I'm not entirely sure.
I don't
Well,
remember because there was.
because Nua picked up everything from the ship, when we were on the ship, and then when we were on the rock,
I
not that
remember
many,
we searched the one body, but like
but that
Well,
was
because
it.
the
There
one body, one of them did, like the body near the northeast didn't get searched because it kind of flew into where that ghost was.
oh, right,
So,
yeah, we
so yeah, nobody wanted to fuck with that shit.
well, I can't remember if you grabbed the weapons that were floating around in one of the rooms.
I don't remember even being told there were weapons floating around in the room.
The room right before you guys went back into gravity had some pistols floating around.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't mentioned.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing that.
Right. I guess.
I guess just assume yes.
I think that you guys. I think it's because I said it, but we got rushed into the hallway.
Alright, so this cost me
Because I remember
26.50.
mentioning that there was empty guns, and you didn't want to pick up the empty guns.
650. Two, 6, 1. Alright, ranged weapons. 425. 2, 6. Sky, I might have to, or let's see how much money gets sold when we sell all this extra junk first, actually, because I might have to bump 200 credits off somebody.
Yeah, that's cool.
Then I can buy a rifle, and then I'm good. I'm comfortable with that armor choice. It's even better than what I initially was going to get. The armor. I mean, +5 to everything? I'll take it. I'll fucking
Big
take
jump.
it. Yeah, it's a big jump. It went from 11 in one of my stats to like 18. You bet. What the fuck? Things are still going to hit, but I mean, at least it's, at least it's a chance. Sky's probably going to be able to get that freebooter armor number 2, which is great. It's 6, 8,
Yeah, how
and
does it
5.
work to just straight upgrade? You just subtract the cost from each other?
What you mean?
Because you can upgrade from one tier to the next, right?
For armor, I don't know. If that's how you want to rule it, I don't have any
I
idea.
thought you were talking about that being a mechanic, because you were just talking about going
No,
through the...
that's the mechanic for the PCUs.
Yeah,
Going
the
from a Mark 1
PCUs
to
are
a
the
Mark 2
ones. Yeah.
to a Mark 3. You
Hidden
just
Soldier
subtract.
doesn't even have other tiers.
But Sky's not in freebooter armor. He's in hidden soldier armor. That's right. I'm looking at light armor. So I'm seeing high stats for light armor here, but he's supposed to be looking at the heavy stuff.
Yeah, his armor already has +3, +5 on it.
Yeah, so he's already rocking that like sex ass shit. So
You could get some thin plate.
I was actually looking at the
Just remember, we're giving you that bonus of the 5 feet speed adjustment because we made you smaller.
right.
well, actually, hold on. Why? That doesn't have the same stats as.
But yeah, whatever you decide you want.
So I was
Oh, I see.
actually looking at the oh, I just saw it. The Formian Plate Warrior. It's actually another one. Either that or that Callow Encounter Duke 1.
Spelling them sort of weird.
yeah, then all that other armor starts getting too expensive. Actually, I could probably shave some money off by getting a Defrex hide instead, which is 2250 instead of 2650. And offers the same stats, just one less dexterity mod. No, I'll just stick with the Vex Brigandine for the time being. Okay, so I can close. That just has 2 upgrade armor slots on it. That's why it costs a little more. Okay.
Oh, I guess if you grab those, you technically have an empty laser rifle. But
Oh, okay. So there's a laser azimuth.
yeah, that was in the laser rifle, the needle or pistol.
Oh, because, I mean, we wouldn't leave rifles. Like, little shit, maybe we would have left. But, you know, like the flare gun, maybe. But anything that's loot-worthy wouldn't have been left. So, yeah, alright. Then if we have a laser rifle, then I'm just going to take that laser rifle. Because I can put a battery in it. Like,
Yeah,
how many
yeah, it's
fucking
just
batteries
super.
do I
It's a
have?
super basic laser rifle.
Yeah, an azimuth. Okay, so light armor's good. Let's look at... And I wouldn't be able to afford that. So that's not happening. That would be the one that I want, though. Next, that's something to work towards. Weapons cost significantly more than armor.
Yes,
Indeed.
I do.
Okay, well, tally up those... Okay, so... never mind. So I'll take that laser rifle azimuth. Let me put that down in my, Okay, weapons... Laser... I'm gonna keep my pistol. I'm gonna add...
I assume you guys don't want the needle or pistol.
I mean, we probably sell it.
Because it's a short range thing that shoots injectables.
How do I,
Yes.
Type, ranged, 1D. Laser rifle is a... Azimuth is a D8, correct? D8. Doesn't damage ability. Critical is... Burn 1d6. Burn d6.
Azimuth. Yeah, I'll burn 1d6, 120
Range,
foot range.
120. Damage type is fire, I believe.
Yep.
Capacity is 20. Usage is 1. Critical. Proficiency, yes. Specialization, I believe that carries over, right? Since I take
Yeah.
defeat the weapon specialization. Alright, so...
Well, yeah, because you got it as a class, and...
What is the,
Actually, let me... I don't think the specialization... Doesn't it specifically say class skills? I think you need the versatile specialization for extra proficiencies like that. Is it actual? It says it's worded.
Also specialization for my small arms regardless. It's 1/2 for a... Or it's half for a small arm, right?
Yeah, each
it's
weapon
half.
this class grants you proficiency with. Yeah, half to small arms and operative weapons.
Okay. That's no specialization for the rifle right now, that's fine. Proficiency, yes. Okay.
And you wouldn't have gotten specialization for the rifle with soldier anyway, unless you got 3 levels in soldier.
So let's see. No, it's about the proficiencies.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Okay, that leaves one other weapon that I wanted to grab. That is not in range. Let me go back to the Discord. Where's melee weapons?
Are you there, Red?
You should be.
He's-
I
looks
have.
like he's muted.
He's been muted for a long time.
I think he said something before he muted himself this time, though. I just didn't catch it.
Yeah, I didn't either. Oh well. How are you doing, Sky?
How much
All right.
credits
Well,
do I
I
have?
got the. I figured out what I wanted.
261.
So for my armor, I am going to go with the because I was looking at the thin plate one.
Thin plate's good. Thin plate's a pretty good armor.
Pretty good, especially since you get that speed bonus.
Yeah.
Thin plate is actually what you can technically at the start of a game start with thin plate, but it would take all the money you have.
Because it's exactly 1,000.
Yeah. It's a good armor set. It's what I wanted from a samurai girl.
But I was also looking at the Formian, the basic Formian hide, or actually the Formian plate, the warrior Formian plate, because
Formian plate.
I can afford that and a
Yeah,
weapon.
that's pretty good.
Honestly, with the leftover,
Like, you don't have any decks, so that only +1 max isn't important, so.
Yeah.
Alright, sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
alright, so let me go ahead for my armor. I'm gonna get the
Sell
Formian.
those things, Iano, like the arc emitter and whatnot, because I need to get, I need 9 more credits. So how much would we get for...
Well, I don't know everything that's being sold right now. I just have your second skin and the needle or pistol. I was waiting for
Well,
Wade to
I
say.
think Sky wants to sell the arc emitter and that
Yeah,
other
I
rifle.
was gonna sell the arc tactical arc emitter and then the auto
Okay.
target rifle.
Okay, I'll put those on the list. Just make sure you delete
I
them out of your.
I
I'll
guess
take them back.
also sell my where's the notes? Sell this survival flare gun. Write that down.
Flare gun.
Yeah. And backup
That's
generator armor upgrade.
you don't want the backup generator?
I don't know what the fuck it does.
You put it in your armor and it works like a generator.
Oh.
You know the recharge batteries?
Can you take these out of stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'll keep it because I have upgrade slots
I
in my
mean,
armor.
that's why it specifies modules on stuff, because like you found that shield module in that one lady's body.
Okay. Then I guess I'll just keep that and then I can charge mine. But
As long as you
will it
have a
work on?
slot.
I have 2 slots on my armor.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just keep that.
You'll have to double check on the actual page for it to see, because I assume it
Yeah, if it
takes the
works
like
for
10
light
minutes
armor.
for a charge or whatever, like a normal battery.
Let me see, would that be under augmentations or upgrades? Let me see.
Are you going to keep that flare, your flame pistol thing you got red, or do you want to sell that too?
Okay, it can work on any armor.
I'll keep it.
Okay. Because remember, it's just like a little flamethrower, so it doesn't shoot like far at all. And you need to buy ammo for it if you want to use it.
Oh, this backup generator is actually pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely keep that
Yeah,
actually.
that's why I was wondering why you wanted to sell it.
Alright. I'm going to quit that. I'm going put equipped. We also have 3. Well,
See, that's 750, and then
That was okay.
all right. I can't think of anything. None of my notes. Nothing else here I want to sell. Like I have 2 incendiary grenades and the hollow skin. So I don't. I think I'm gonna hold on to those. So as of my notes, at least, we're good on selling stuff. So unless anybody else has anything else they want to sell, then we can divvy that up real quick.
yeah, I don't think Red has anything.
I don't think he does. He sounded like he wanted to keep his stuff.
And I don't think Euphemia has picked up anything the entire time other than the
No,
shard.
other than the no qual.
So
Can I sell my old armor?
Yeah.
yeah, I'll add that to the list.
I'm gonna take that off.
Which one was it again? Hidden Soldier?
Yeah, hidden
Yeah.
soldier armor.
Yeah, so just
I'm just gonna replace it
swap
with.
out the one that's in the armor spot.
Yeah, just fill out the armor stuff appropriately.
There's the flare gun in here.
It's just a little bit heavier than the other one.
Flare gun is dirt cheap.
Most of that stuff's gonna be dirt cheap, yeah.
Well, I mean, the cheapest thing out of the stuff is the needler pistol for 105 other than the flare gun for 90.
And then the remaining is gonna go towards a weapon.
Yeah, I just need 9 credits and I can get my battle
Oh,
ribbon.
no.
So I am looking at this dragon blade.
Yeah, that's what she was wanting you to get. She kept talking about giving you one, but I guess that never happened. I'm surprised you're not looking at the curved blade carbon steel.
I'm looking at that too. Because for that bleed,
It's
plus
also
that one
analog,
thing.
which means, you know, EMPs and stuff like that won't fuck it up. Because you lose damage on the Dragon Glaive if it runs out of its charges.
Yeah, it goes to like a 1d4 or whatever, but remember, powered melee weapons, one charge lasts 10 rounds of combat.
Yeah.
Because it lasts a whole minute per charge.
Plus it's a reach weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much you'll use one charge per combat unless it's a really long combat, so it's not usually an issue. But you can always...
Weirdly enough, the Dragon Glaive Basic... Now, the other Dragon Glaive maybe, but the Dragon Glaive Basic just doesn't seem like an upgrade compared to the Pike Tactical that you already have. They both do 1d8 regardless, and they're both reach, so it would just be a thematic upgrade. Whereas the Curved Blade Carbon Steel, you lose reach, but you're upgrading the die by 2.
It somewhat has to do with resistances, like, it has double damage type, so it does half one damage, half the other, and you've already fought things that would take damage
Would that
against...
work against the Ghost? The energy
Yes,
side?
yeah, that counts all the half of the damage that would be electric would be able to hit the ghost.
I guess it ultimately doesn't really matter in terms of damage for him because he's already going to be able to shit out a mess ton of damage anyways. Like he gets just an extra plus 10 on... He could roll a 1 for damage and get 11.
Yeah. Yeah, that plus 10, it's automatic 5 physical damage, 5 electric damage, and then, because you roll damage and then you split it into the 2 types. And then if that one half of damage counts as a weakness or resistance, then that's applied after that. So if something takes double damage against an element of like half thing like plasma doing fire and electric, if it's weak to fire, it takes double damage from the fire half.
What is this Xeno/Immature? That thing looks...
And I believe he could always carry a couple batteries on him for emergency anyway to swap into the glaive if he needed to.
Yeah, I was gonna get batteries. Because I was reading up on that. For the sake of money, let's see, what am I at?
Alright, so yeah, I got second scan needle pistol, arc emitter on the target rifle, flare gun, and hidden soldier armor to sell. That
I guess
was
just sell that for now. That seems to be all that we're selling. I can't...
Yeah. Actually, let me go. I'm gonna purchase the dragon glaive, and then just replace my pike with that. So you can add the pike to sell too.
okay. Plus 90
Sell with 2,000. That takes me
plus
there.
plus.
So,
Okay, so I did put those there. Okay.
And you do have that quick release sheath upgrade if you wanted to add it. So you can technically have a secondary weapon on the ready if you want, like to have a not reach like extra heavy hitter weapon if you have the money for it. But I don't.
good idea. I'll hold on to it for now.
So you could add like a big like a berserk sword on you or something.
What's that? I think it still weighs the same. Yes.
You really don't get much from stuff.
Yeah, I just need 9. So... I'm sure we'll get at least 9.
I mean, I could just give you the 9.
Yeah. Well, you're buying your stuff right now, and I figured this can come out of the...
How much are batteries?
They're dirt ass cheap. How many do you need? Because I have 7 batteries.
I mean, if
I can give you like
you said a charge, like one charge lasts how
10
many?
rounds.
10 rounds?
Yeah. I can
Yeah,
give you
so
like...
really, one battery would be probably enough. I would say 2 is like good for like a good dungeon run if there's no way to recharge.
Yeah.
And Nua can recharge batteries with the armor upgrade I have, as long as it keeps moving.
Yeah.
This
And
starts with
remember that Nua's always carrying like a stack, so you can just be like, "Hey Nua, I need a battery. Here you go. Recharge
Yeah,
this one."
he's got a battery addiction.
So I don't
I'll just give you a battery, Sky. Just
Okay.
so I'll just subtract one, just add a battery. It's fine.
like he's never gonna use all those.
It's
Sounds
just...
good.
All right, so you feel like this merchant's being a little bit generous with your recent heroics, and you all get 105 credits from your discarded goods.
Yeah, okay. Sweet.
Okay, so I'm going to take 125 divided by 4 is what? Because I assume we divvy that up too.
What? No, that's 105 for
Oh,
everybody.
each. Okay.
Yeah, 105.
Okay. 105 each person. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on you.
And then you give me a battery.
Yep. Now, normal, it's a 20 charge battery, which I think is what your glaive uses anyways, and they don't actually have any weight.
Okay,
So,
cool.
so you can carry quite a bit of them.
I knew it has a backpack of them.
Well, they're super tiny. They're like little cred stick-like things, you know? They're like little...
And I'm assuming the weapon comes already charged. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I put it on Wally's
So
sheet.
the last thing I'm going to grab is what Nua has been learning from Sky. How to melee. So...
I'll just put weapon focus, versatile focus, modified trash.
the key is confidence.
Well, if there's anything that's been shown, it's Grim is definitely confident. Uh, 1d8. Ability. Critical. There is none. Range is, I assume, 5 because it's... Hold on, let me look.
Yikes. It's crazy. Oh, right. I gotta update the armor bonuses, right?
Yeah, you'll want to make sure you look at your passives because your soldier stuff gets some reduction on the penalties.
It
I
doesn't
don't
say
remember.
reach, even though it says it's a 10-foot long weapon.
On
So
what?
the battle ribbon.
Oh, yeah, no,
It's
like,
not reach. Okay. So range 5. Damage type is slashing.
it makes sense. It's not a reach weapon.
Proficiency, yes, because I have 3 ranks of dancer. It's an operative weapon.
Red.
I'm here. Hi.
Um, do you want to upgrade your armor? You should look at the light armor if you want to upgrade. You have some
How much
money.
is it?
Well, it depends on what you get.
Gonna
Should
be
I
clicking
put
some
it to
stuff to
what?
make sure these are right. So
Click on the tab, go to the link for light armor and look at that and see like you have 2,500 in your on your character to spend, so you can spend that on armor and whatever else. What is happening?
I'm testing. I'm making sure I put these in right.
I'll edit the macro so it
It's
doesn't
fine.
spawn your name.
It's fine for now.
I think I'm seeing it.
Yeah, I think I'm good. How
New obey.
much was that? That was 270. So I need to subtract 266 minus 270. 96. Ouch. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm good now. Got armor. Got weapon upgrades.
Alright. Um,
Should I get maybe a second skin, or it's a little bit
is
bulky?
that better than what you're wearing? I don't think that's better than what you're wearing.
Wearing
Look at the
currently?
EAC and the KAC of the armor. That's what you're wanting to look at.
Yeah, you have the
I think he has the freebooter armor,
yeah, he has the freebooter,
which is
so
better than the second skin.
yeah, you want to look at what you can upgrade from the freebooter.
Alright. So freebooter armor is 2-3. So... how much money do you have, Red?
Oh, it's 8. Jesus Christ. Okay.
What you said? 1,000?
Hmm? How much money do you have?
About
What?
checking. Hold on. I think 2,000.
2,000? Okay.
Yeah,
So you could look at
he has 2,500, but yeah.
grabbing the Diffrex hide, which is 2,250, which would give you +5 for both EAC and KAC, and it has a +4 dex mod, so you should fit within that just fine. Um, you could look at the Clear Weave, which is +3/+3, but I mean, if you can, like, you're already good on weapons, that's the thing. You already have your katana, so you never actually need to really buy a weapon unless you're trying to upgrade a gun. Um, the Diffrex hide's a pretty good choice. It's the highest defensive armor that you could grab within your price range. But technically, you could get the Grave Mantle enlisted, which is +4/+5, or you could get like a Lashunta Tempweave Basic, which is 1950 for a +4/+4. But since you're primarily a melee based class, you know, I figured you might want to have the most defense that you could grab.
Yeah. What would be the most effective one?
Probably,
The Defrex hide technically, and then the hide
yeah.
also has an upgrade slot if you get an
Hmm.
armor upgrade you want to use. So it's definitely worth the price of it. So
Yeah. I think the Defrex hide, either the Defrex hide or the Grave Mantle. So,
Would the Great Manhole have the upgrade slot?
it does not. But you could get a Peacekeeper's Aegis, which has an upgrade slot and is +4/+5.
yeah,
But that has a -1 armor um,
Yeah.
thing on it, so I don't personally like armor that has that.
Scarium's occupation
Yeah,
forces.
just get the Defrex hide for 2250.
All right, I'll get that. So I'll
Okay.
be at 250.
Okay, yeah. So deduct the armor, then go to where your armor is and put a. You have the armor page open, right? So you can see what I'm
Yeah, I
looking
have
at.
it, but I'm looking for that. What's it called? Deflect Tide? What is it? 1 or 2?
It's under light armor and it's just called Defrex hide. It's kind of
It doesn't have a number.
yeah, it's a rank 4 armor.
Oh, I see it. Okay, here I got it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good piece of armor. I was looking at that too for Numa, but
Okay, so I've updated the stuff under my attacks tab
yes.
with the Dragon Glaive. How do I add the damage category? Because it's 1d8 S and E according.
Oh, for that, just under
Let
the
me edit.
detectives for S and E where it says damage type,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just
where's
put
the
a
just put
slashing slash energy.
slash plus electric or whatever.
Is it electric and not energy? I guess it probably
E
is
is
electric.
E
Yeah,
is
it's
electric.
electric.
Okay, yeah. Or you could just put S and E,
All
whichever.
the types of electric are fire. Well, types of energy are fire, electric, cold, and I think there was something else, but fire, electric, and cold are the main. Yeah, that's fine, Sky.
Cool.
Technically, you don't ever have to edit the damage thing unless you level like the actual +6 there. Yeah, look at
Okay.
that. Look at that damage.
Okie dokies. I think that's squared away.
Yeah, I'm squared off, so I'm good. I'm just double checking my sheet. I don't see anything that needs particularly.
And you got your armor stats all worked out, Sky.
Uh, yes. My EAC didn't change much, but my
My
kinetic.
initiative is 19 to 40.
What?
It's not
My
showing the +4 that you're supposed to have on your initiative. I
I
thought you.
don't see. Oh, wait, what did you do? Okay, I got it fixed. It wasn't. it was like voided for some reason. I clicked up and it went to -1. That was weird. He should
Okay.
have his +5 on initiative now.
Yeah. Yeah, it has it
Alright.
now. Okay.
Everybody with that initiative boost.
Except Nua. Lolo.
I mean, you're already the highest dex. You don't technically need it, but
Well, at minimum, it means people aren't going to have a 1 in initiative. Even if they crit fail, they're at least going to have a 5.
yep.
So,
Alright.
okay. Yeah, my sheet's looking done. I made sure my skills are what I want them to be. Everything is situated. I put down long arms under my feet. So
Alright,
that
let's see. Did double check your armor. 401 elbow. I'm gonna subtract your money, Red.
Oh. The resistance of sonic fire.
You have 300 credits left, Red.
And make sure you look at your current and max HP and stuff like that too, and make sure that it's
Yeah, I
you're
did
fully
his
rested up.
I did his HP and SP stuff. His
Oh, I mean
B.
the current, not the max, just to make sure people are rested, because it takes time for ships to get to.
Yeah, no, I adjusted that. And you guys got your space aid secured.
Sweet.
Your infested blood.
Cool.
So you're not gonna suddenly erupt into space on me now.
Thank God. I don't think y'all want to deal with a zombie grim.
Not particularly.
That makes me think of something like Venom Tear with Arngrim's like spiky mouth and then just the tongue hanging out.
Yeah.
There we go.
We are grim.
26 expertise.
Uh, and heavy armor really likes having that fat EAC, but not much, or fat KAC, but not much EAC.
What's your armor looking like now, Grim? Or Sky?
It's EAC 15, KAC is 18.
Okay.
But my SP and HP is pretty damn huge. It's at
What is that?
stamina's at 30, HP's at 27.
Oof. Oof. That's big staminas.
And then I did put some points into piloting. So I got 2 points in it now.
Yeah, since you're essentially the designated pilot.
Oh wait, did my abilities go up?
What do you mean?
Did we level up? Do I need to fix my abilities? Do I get any points?
I did it for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, now your HP, SP, and everything is
All right.
updated.
So,
Red has 1616 on his armor.
nice.
It's pretty good. He's
Now
not going to
that-
be as armored as Grim, I don't think. It's not the, you know.
He technically has better energy, but worse kinetic.
That's true. He's balanced.
But energy seems to be a lot harder to come by, especially in heavy armor.
Well, isn't he in light armor?
Well, I'm thinking of Grim.
Um,
Because
now that we're back in the dock here, who are we gonna?
but we're in the shop. We're not technically in the dock anymore. We're like,
Yeah,
this whole process had us walking around like the districts and.
yeah, you're in the markets. I can do this.
who should we report to?
And
Well, let's make sure Red is done doing what he needs to do.
I did,
Are you good, Red?
guys, you're in the markets. I forgot I made a page for this.
Looking like Wall.
Sorry, I'm like I'm in like a utopian propolis.
Yeah, that's the station. That's what this world is.
Are you good at selling your stuff, Red? You good to go?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't got so much. Well, I like kind of keep. You never know when you're gonna like being like one day my random shit will eventually help us.
All right.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
Wait,
if there's no like
why do you just
story,
have 250 credits listed in your inventory, Red?
he
Yeah, but
probably just put it in his inventory.
What's that from?
oh, because remember I had 2500 and the armor was 2250. So to those over.
He just didn't put it. That's what he's should be left at.
Uh,
He just didn't put it in the right area. He
well,
didn't put it
yes.
in the.
Wait, did you buy something else?
That's all.
Because, I mean, I have it at 375 on the actual money.
Oh,
Uh,
math was. I got bugged. I don't know. I could have got bugged up while we get in the armor.
Well, he just did
Um,
his math wrong. That's all.
yeah, okay.
Okay. Well, I'm good to go. I assume Sky is.
Yep.
All right, who's gonna do the previously on D&D?
Um. Technically, I mean, I suppose the part that you missed is what we need to. Previously on Dragon Ball Z. Nua and Grim found themselves with a crew that was, you get the whole point. And so when you left, you obviously know everything that happened, but for the sake of Iris, we had to. We went through the Void Rock, or the Phase Stone, or whatever the fuck the damn thing's called, Nua forgets. And we managed to pay off a bounty hunter that had come after us. She didn't get any of this money because fuck her. She got a free trip back to life. But we explored the rock and we found a sort of like computer-based room, and it looks very strange. It looked like it didn't belong there. And upon searching more, there was a robot guard, and we dealt with said guard. We didn't know nobody really knew what it was from or how old it was. It was just a really old kind of decrepit thing. After a battle that was fairly quick, to be honest, they investigated some computers and found some information on a ship. But more importantly, by these computers was a door that was opened. Graham had managed to take the door down, and there was a corpse on the inside that was ripped to shreds. But there was a data pad and some information on this corpse. Upon reading the data pad, we found out that this was apparently the captain, if I recall, of a ship and a crew that had went missing about 75 years ago. And she, the data pad said leave her body alone and stuff like that, which is what we did. And then we went and investigated the area some more, and we found the ship. But as we entered the room with the ship, this nasty fucking thing, Kezu human hybrid monstrosity, came down to attack us. And we dealt with it. It was a fast battle, but a dangerous battle. We took the creature down, and we went onto the ship, and we made sure it was working. We dragged some art from the dock. We dragged the robot's body. We dragged the body of this weird alien creature onto the ship. And we took off into space to head back to Absalom Station. We went by the ship that was there, the Acrium, to check on the little goblins, and they decided to come onto the ship too, but I guess they vanished when we got to Absalom Station. Either way, they got a free ride back. Upon our trip back to Absalom, we were attacked by... We don't know because we kind of outran it and we couldn't scan it. So it was some ship that was clearly like like Eoxian make and shit like that.
Yeah, we
But
weren't
we
having.
ran. But we just we took off. Like, we said fuck that, and we outran it. We got back to Absalom Station, and here we are. We sold all our stuff, the robot body, the alien corpse, and stuff like that, and that is where we left off. Got cured of space AIDS as well. So.
This.
And now we have choice words for certain people.
When we were arriving, once we got past the blockade that surrounds Absalom Station, it pretty much says you're in a safe space. Upon arriving to Absalom and getting into the dock, the news feed, I guess more importantly, this should be mentioned, is all of the highlights from like the drone that was following Nua. But it highlighted the adventurers in a good light. So it like showed deeds that were done, it showed the battles, it showed some of the stuff, looking through the crew and stuff like that. And it highlighted the crew as, I don't want to use the term heroes, but like that area of, like, wow, these Starfinders really did a good job. So that was on the news feed.
Yep, and as you've been wandering around the station, you've had people coming up to you, cheering you on, asking for photos,
Okay.
that kind of stuff. You're currently the local heroes, talk of the station.
It's hard to play it up when you know what you
Yuffie's
had to
getting
deal
free.
with.
Yuffie's getting free drinks at the bar.
The free drinks.
Nua's probably just doing peace signs and taking selfies with
I just,
young people.
And
I feel my character is just sitting there, motionless, just to like a straight
Whatever,
face.
whatever
then
the equivalent of like the Twitter is on this, Nua's just taking selfies with all the
It's
fans.
it's obviously Skitter. It's obviously Skitter. Like, it's run by Skittermanders, duh.
It would be.
But unless there's like a, I don't know, Ayano, if you have like a thing, like if it's up to us to choose right now, or if you have like a exposition or something, I'm not sure.
Well, right now you're back at the station. You
Oh, so
got
that's what's happening? Alright.
pick which one to do.
Nua, after we're done selling and stuff and we make sure we're good to go, Nua would kind of, Grim had asked, what should we do? And, like, who should we talk to first? And I'm thinking Nua would look, take the data pad that he has out with, like, all the information and stuff on it, and he'd kind of, like, look towards Grim with the same kind of understanding that there's a specific individual that we have to have words with. But I think Newell would point out that the easiest thing to do and the thing that makes the most sense is to go to the hard scramble guy, Otal Cerisi.
and inform them of their crew.
Yeah, and inform him of his crew. I think that's what Newell would suggest to do. Because who knows what the fuck's going to happen if we try to confront Nor. The least we can do is give this guy closure on... Because he was humble. The man was chill as hell. He just wants to know what's going on. So that's what Newell would suggest. He suggests going to the hard scramble guy and trying to inform him of what happened to the crew.
Grim agrees as he shines his newly bought blade.
Yeah, Newell.
So I think we should do that.
Oh,
Okay, then. Yeah, that's what... I mean, unless...
Any objections?
Wally has some other ideas, and I think that's what they would do.
I'll just go along with the party.
arm him with the weapon of his people.
Indeed.
All right.
So yeah, I guess we'll head over to the hard scramble first.
You go to the mining district or whatever, the docks, where all those
Is the
ships are.
drone still floating above me, or did it float off?
It made its business and left.
Okay.
It got recalled as soon as you were in open air in the station.
That's what I figured, but wanted to be sure.
All right, so to the mines, or wherever these guys hang out.
The mining district. It's probably, kind of slummy looking and whatnot, but...
Let's see. I guess we'll just kind of take a look around until we find the man we're looking for.
Well, we should remember the ship.
You remember where the ship's docked. It
Yeah.
hasn't moved since. So
Shit.
so if you do the little the intercom pinging at the ship, he'll answer you. He'll open the door and be like, "Oh, hey, it's you guys. You're the heroes of the day here. I saw the vids, saw what happened to the crew."
Yeah.
Guess that explains that and saves us the trouble of having to inform you. I'm sorry for your loss, is what Nua
Is
would.
there any details that they didn't publicize that we should know about?
What exactly was publicized? Like me, I'm asking as a player, not a character.
Well, it is basically just all
Like
of
the on the surface level things,
yeah,
so it
like it
didn't.
was your fights. You're walking through the hallways and killing off the Akatas, the void zombies. You investigating like the body of the captain being there.
Did we? Okay, well, the only thing that Nua knows for sure is that the Akata things are what caused zombie infection. So, I mean, I guess Nua would
What
look to him and be
I
like, well, the
thought.
only thing that I'm aware of is those dog creatures, if they bite you, you get infected. I that's what it seems happened to the crew. I guess they brought the the um the rock substance onto the ship. They thought it was wealth, and it like hatched these creatures, and the crew just didn't have the means of dealing with them. They just got overwhelmed. And he looked to Grim kind of confused because he like that's honestly all I remember. So
He's
That
just gonna nod. He'd be like, that fate looks even worse than dying in the drift, turning into one of those foul creatures.
hmm.
It's
Nua
very
kind
Yeah,
of
well,
sad for
Nua
our.
without
kind of
cover,
rubs the back of his head.
well, either way,
Your
I'm glad
crew
we
is
can
at
help.
rest.
But at the very least, me and the rest of the collective do thank you for your efforts in revealing the mystery of this that the rest of these bigwigs did not want us to know.
Nua kind of mumbles that they might not even have known themselves, to be honest. On a completely unrelated note, I'm kind of upset that we didn't figure out what the fuck was in that package for Nor. Like, on a completely unrelated note, like, I'm like, shit, we should have done a Divinity 2 thing and had, like, Nua fuck off into another room and let the other rest of the crew, like, look in the package and see what it was, because we have no idea what we delivered. So, we just delivered anthrax. We delivered the coronavirus.
Well, can't go back in time.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
can't do shit.
Well,
So,
well, we didn't. Hey, we didn't mean to, which is like the whole thing. As
we
long as
did
we
our
didn't do.
job. We did our job, but it's like, in hindsight, I'm just kind of like, fuck, I kind of want to know what it was. But
Well,
yeah.
Anywho,
I mean, we could still imaginate what it was in.
But Nua,
well,
he like pats the guy on his shoulder, and he's like, they're at rest now though, at least, so you can rest too, knowing that.
It's like,
Grim
I'm
will
sorry
just
that I
bow
can't really,
respectfully.
sorry I can't really reward you, but I have some of these biscuits you could take with you if you want.
Surely,
Hands
we'll
to
take them.
Nua. You
I
seem
mean,
to like your coffee, so
Nua would take them out of respect. He wouldn't be like, oh, fuck your biscuits. So
and I say biscuits as of like, the little like coffee cookie kind of
yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, he looked towards this Otal series, excuse me, guy. I'd be like, I'm sorry to cut this short, but we have to go deal with some other people as well that we that we made some promises to, and we have to inform them of some information that, much like you, we had a job to do. So if you'll excuse us, we'll.
I will acknowledge and give you the,
Biscuits.
the the I can't think of the word all of a sudden. Just the whatever the leaving off sort
Farewell.
of stuff. Yeah, your farewells. That was a different word I was trying to think of, but and then be like, if you ever need anything that we can help, the collector's here for you.
We'll keep that in mind. We might in the future.
Oh, if you'll excuse us, we have words for a certain someone. So let's
Takes his lead back.
Ready his weapon.
Nua
Don't
would
shoot.
kind of acknowledge the party, like over to a corner, and wave this Otal Cerisi guy off, and then he'd kind of like do that head thing where you nod at somebody and then nod in a direction, like come over here for a second, and then he'd go to like a corner where like trying his best to make sure no one else is around. So he'd look to Grim and Wally and Euphemia, because she's still here. She'd be like, so here's the thing. Remember what Miss Joss said? She wanted us to consider the extraction's better interest. Do we even want to go deal with Nor? Or who do we go to first? Do we want to go to her and see what their opinions is on the matter? Because we have all the information that drone took. Or do we want to go to Nor first and see what happens? Because I don't trust him. I've never trusted him this whole time.
Well, considering what happened, I'm inclined not to trust him as well.
Somebody, we don't know who yet. I'm inclined to believe it's probably Nor because of that ship, but somebody hired an assassin to kill us. We managed to get away from that, but we know she was sent to end us. So one of these two factions did this. But that ship on the way back to Absalom is just not, like, we don't know for sure, but do we, like, Grim, what do you think? Who should we see first?
We can see the Joss person first. Nor we may need to save for last in case things go south.
Okay, he looks to Wally and he's like, do you think that sounds fair?
I think
Since
we should
Wally
go for
decided he's captain of the fucking ship, New would be like, Captain?
Alright, I think we should go straight to the freaking skeleton guy's name. What's his name?
So you think we should go to Nor first?
Yeah.
Well, he looks to Grim, he's like, well, he's the captain. Do you...
Captain's orders, I guess.
All right.
I mean, is this a bad idea?
All right, I guess we'll go to Nor then.
Keep in mind, Wally, you are the captain, so you'll be doing the talking.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a couple words for him.
Like you chose the position of captain and no one actually refuted it, surprisingly. So it's like, you get these responsibilities. No one's got your back, but I mean,
I don't want to mess up if there's a coup d'etat. That's the only thing I'm scared of. We're gonna throw me off the ship.
No mutiny so far, so but all right, I guess we'll head to Gavilarsk Nor. Embassy.
Was the other place closer? I mean, or like how far is that?
They're probably the same distance.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Alright, so you're going to the embassy?
Yeah, I guess we'll go to Nor. Now keep in mind, Nua can speak Eoxian.
No. You'll let her there regardless.
Oh, this is gonna be good. And as we're walking there, Grim will just tell Wally, now as captain, you need to walk in there with confidence.
Oh, I got the swag. I walk in like I'm fine. Like
Do you remember what Nor looks like, Wally?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember who we're going to see?
The skeleton guy, right? The guy who put out the mission, did he screw us over? Thing, right?
This guy. I'm putting it in Discord. We're going to see this man.
Yeah. Oh.
No.
Wow, he looks more creepier than last time I remember.
Yeah, he's legitimate that. So
Yep, and that's what the secretary lady at the desk looks like too.
yeah, they all
Oh,
look
their
like
all
that.
sister
the
and brother?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
these
undead.
no, it's it's just the race. But and then the standard security detail of the embassy is skeleton soldiers with looking really funny because they got like rifles with like ammo like belts across their chest.
Why do I have a feeling like we're gonna fight our way out of here?
Shouldn't. It's an embassy. It'd be so fucking stupid for them to attack heroes of the realm right now.
Although I suppose they have.
Yep.
I mean, they're just skeleton security. They're just there to stop you from doing anything stupid.
Both sides are
But
like, we
also,
don't trust you.
yeah, but,
But
but,
all
but
right.
both sides, hold the phone. Both sides outside, they're like, we don't trust you.
Well,
On the
all right.
inside, I can't wait to do something stupid.
What do you do, Wally? Since you're a El Capitano, you gotta get us into Nor.
All right. So like, I'm the embassy, like the secretary.
Yes.
I talk to the secretary, go up to them, whatever.
It's like, oh, we've been waiting for you. You're the Starfinders that were sent on that mission.
Yeah, we were. I say somewhat passive aggressive.
Well,
uh,
Nora's been waiting for you, so follow me. I'm just gonna guide you to the office.
yeah, I like told the crew to follow me, and like I'm walking like I'm gangster.
Nua looks at Grim and rolls his eyes super hard.
as
Like,
you as you walk through the dimly lit hallways with
In
skeleton
hindsight, I'm
soldiers
so
every now
glad
and
I'm here
then.
right now.
Literally nobody acknowledging Red's display because it's all skeletons.
Grim
I
is
just imagine like two skeleton guys.
I'm just imagining Johnny Bravo walking through a hallway of skeletons that are just not caring.
Johnny.
And I just imagine one of the skeletons are talking to another skeleton, and just like, yo, that guy looks so cool, and they start walking like me.
Oh no.
I don't think it works that way, sir.
Yeah, they're on guard.
Then the few Oxian people you see in the halls take hallways to avoid walking past you.
Is it me? Was it my appearance? I mean, I am 8 feet tall.
Might be a little bit
Did
of all
you
the above.
did you get the thin plate?
No, I got the Formian plate.
Okay. I was gonna say, because if you got the thin plate, that's androidic armor, so you'd be looking like a boss. I don't know what the Formian looks like.
It's made of dead Formians, apparently.
Oh well, then shit. The undead are probably like, oh man, he's wearing dead.
Formians are they're the big bugs, by the way. So you're wearing
Oh,
like
he's
you're wearing like
wearing.
he's wearing like chitin, like
Yeah,
bug
chitin. Yeah,
exo,
he's
like
wearing. Yeah. Okay. So he's
Straight
just
Monster
Monster Hunter. Yeah, he's Monster
Yeah.
Hunter right now.
help.
Okay, well, so we get
Right.
to yeah.
Right. Well, you arrive at Nor's office and he
I
motions you to
imagine
sit.
we're all glaring at him.
Right.
Noah
Well,
would acknowledge him and be like, "I hope your drone got back safely."
indeed.
Indeed.
Right. As you take your seats, he stands and congratulations on your successful mission.
Thank you.
Your findings were very helpful for this dispute. And he says with a slightly lowered volume, I do appreciate your discretion in retrieving my package. Your agreed upon reward for the entirety of the mission will be placed in your accounts. And that's 1,100 for everybody now, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, so just add it to our character sheet.
Yeah. We didn't post everything about your findings publicly, obviously, but I will say that the alien tech that you found was very interesting. I'm
Which
not
is which is the stuff inside the void rock, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting in what way?
Well, I'm not sure how much you all realized, but that rock did seem to be like the complex and all of that unnatural portion of it seemed to be part of a greater structure. Seemed to be the control room of something very old and possibly very destructive.
Uh,
We got that from we got that idea from, the guard robot that was in there.
Yeah. I can decipher some of the texts you found, but I have never seen that language. I am not familiar with it.
Well, I never seen what happened in there in my whole everything that happened.
No, that place could possibly be millions of years old. It's hard to tell. Things don't age quite the same in the drift.
this is true. However, with all the dangers that we were faced in there, it was kind of hard to really get a good look at the place, considering there was a bounty on our head.
Yes, I am personally not sure where that was from. Possibly one of the corporations that have been dealing with this. But it looks like you guys made the best of the situation and avoided any bad outcomes.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about rogue Eoxian ships, would you?
Well, as I'm sure most here know, Eox does mass produce ships for general purchase. It's not necessarily tied to Eox, That would be like saying any of the oh, I can't remember the race. Like any of the ships are tied explicitly to their racial
Lashunta.
Hmm.
merchant origin.
So it would seem.
It just shrugs.
Well, I suppose what's done is done. I assume you have no need of us anymore, correct?
As of now, no, you have completed your mission that I had asked you of, and given us great advancement in our knowledge of what was happening in the situation. I think that at this point there is enough for me to continue acting as mediator to resolve the dispute between the companies on my own.
Hmm. Well then.
Well, good luck with that. I wish
Yeah,
you the
have fun.
best. We did our job like we promised. We got paid. You know where we are if you need us.
Grim would stand up, just kind of
Yeah, I would walk out.
fold his wings and just give the typical little bow to head.
As I walk out, though, I walk out more gangster than I walked in.
Right, well, he thanks you for your time. Are you just running out in the hallway by yourself, Red?
I mean, I'm hoping someone's behind me. That's
Grim probably.
someone's.
Nua would actually wait for them to kind of get near the door, and then he would bow and kind of whisper under his breath towards Nora. He's like, "You don't trust us, and I don't trust you," and he would say it in Eoxian. And then he would unbow, and he'd smile, and he'd be like, "Have a good day, sir," and he'd follow.
What did you tell them? Grim would ask.
Oh, he said it specifically quiet enough that you guys wouldn't hear.
Okay.
Right, well, as
Well,
Red
I'll
charged out,
follow our fearless captain.
Yeah, because our captain kind of just, He's just like, haha!
Yeah, Red got the attention of some of the skeletons looking a little wary there. The attendant was like, "Excuse me," as he
So,
charged out.
so I'm gonna
Captain,
go.
I guess we just follow the captain. I mean,
Well, as after she stops Red, are you gonna continue Red or are you gonna wait for the party?
Gonna wait for the party.
he got scared immediately.
yeah, he really did.
I mean, I ain't got no one backing me up, dude. I'm not going. I don't know these
I mean, you
people,
came
dude. We got
hauling
set
ass
up.
out the room. We're following, but like, I'm not gonna skip to your tune. You
Man,
know, it's like, come on.
you can't just be trying to be gangster and then just call it back. You gotta commit. So anyway,
Dude, I'm gonna be real, dude. No one's gangster enough for this guy's face, dude. Like, look, I'm staring at it right now.
He
No,
ain't
but
Like,
wrong.
you know, this is the
Grim
face
was like,
of death.
they don't really want you wandering around the embassy on your own.
Yeah.
Grim is
Alright.
just gonna catch up to Wally. Just tell him to just slow down.
Right, well,
I slow down.
you're led out and now you're outside the embassy.
All right. That leaves one last place to go, and that's to talk to Miss Joss of Astral Extractions and see what she has to say on the matter. We didn't really promise her a job. We just said we'd
Think
take
about it.
into consideration their interests. And we don't even know what those interests really are. They just kind of want the stone. But I don't think there's anything we can actually do about that. I don't think we have the power to just go, well, you can have it. But regardless, we should go see her last.
Alright, so go there next or go somewhere else?
That's
Lead
the
on.
only other person we have to go see. Yeah. I
Alright,
mean,
let's go there
unless
then.
I guess we could go to Starfinder Association, but I don't see why we do that right away.
Well, go to that lady first, then maybe look for Starfire so she rated airway.
Lead on, Captain Wally.
Aye.
All right, I guess we head in the direction of the Astral Extractions HQ.
Yep. That way.
Well, we could take like taxi things.
Alright, were you going back to that?
Astral Extractions.
Yeah. Alright, well. When you go there and go to the front desk, the secretary there apologizes and says Miss Joss is currently busy in meetings and is unable to meet with you at this time.
Well, Wally, I mean, you're the captain. Nua's used to
All right.
talking up, so if you don't speak up, Nua will.
Alright, so hold the phone. Alright, either we can wait here or we can go to Space Vegas.
Let's go to Starfinder.
Alright.
Nua,
Walk up-
as we're about to leave, Nua would look to the secretary and he'd be like, just inform her that we were here to
Okay.
see her.
Yeah.
Certainly.
And then he'd bow his head. Sign of respect. I guess we can go to Starfinder Association.
Are we gonna need gas? Because we're flying all around with this fish.
It's taxis, man. It's like floating
Oh.
taxis and like public transit type things.
Alright, that's legit. Alright. Go to the
So
where
we're going
we're
to
going to.
Starfinder HQ.
Alright, let's go.
Talk to our superior. See if he has anything else for us.
Chiskisk.
Probably words
Is
of praise.
I don't think, just on a note, I don't think Red was here when we first met Chiskisk. So,
Oh no, he wasn't. He wasn't.
yeah. So
Right.
this was technically the first time he'll be.
Directly part of the conversation.
Yeah. Like his character knows Chiskisk, but I'm talking about Red, not Wally, you know.
Yeah. So, anyway, alright, well. Just going straight to the society's place.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of what Nua and I both can't think of anything that they would need to do otherwise. Like, we kind of got to the station and went immediately to the shops, and we're kind of like, fuck our duties, you know?
Yeah. Alright.
Gotta avoid large crowds.
Yeah, social distancing.
All right. Well, at the society, there are very happy to see you, and there's plenty of new recruits congratulating you on your successful mission.
Oh, from the recruits. So, hey, we just started too.
Yeah, we're new
I
too.
think
I'm not
And
even
many,
under. I'm not even 100% sure how we survived what we did. So don't, please,
well,
no.
many of them are very impressed. You guys got through things most normal citizens can't even like hope to succeed on.
yes, we are awesome.
To be fair, it makes sense that the captain would be that way.
Uh,
All right, so
maybe hold. One day, if you guys try hard, you'll be as just as good as us. Maybe even better.
right,
Grimmer
well,
cross his arms and look away.
Nua kind of puts his like bald fist in front of his chest and gives a thumbs up, like with a smirk.
as the crowd of these Starfinders disperses, you are free to go to Chiska's office. And I
I mean,
assume you do that.
yeah.
Um, right, well, he greets you in his telepath. Well, it's because it's the Shirin host gender,
Right.
but I don't even know if you hear a gender in telepathic speech.
Probably not.
It probably sounds like both. So you could, I don't know.
I imagine
Yeah,
it's just hive mind sounding, like you hear multiple voices at once.
Yeah,
this weird buzzing noise that forms into words.
yeah.
Right, well, Discus nods to you and greets you, congratulates you on your success.
Thank you, sir.
This is a very interesting thing you found there. Very strange alien tech. It does seem to be some small piece of a greater picture, but I'm not quite sure what it really means. We can check the database for the language, though, at the very least, at least what has been posted online, unless you have more video feed than what was revealed.
I mean, we had more video feed, but our drone decided to go rogue.
Nua copied everything to his data pad, but right now he's thinking very hard about giving that data pad to, because there's information on there that, I mean, the Starfinders would benefit from, but at the same time, it also has pictures of that shit that Nor wanted, and if that gets out, Nor's going to be all pissy about it. So,
Well,
um,
don't you have multiple supports? Like, you use like an
Yeah,
earlier backup or something?
I mean, I don't know how
you can
how
pick
it
what
works.
data you transfer.
Okay, well then Nua would give them like all the data except for that information on the package that we delivered to Nor.
Yeah, because like that you
I
going
wasn't
into
sure if it was like one video that needed edited or if it was like a bunch of data files or something like that.
I mean, it's kind of whatever.
It's just space information. Okay.
But technically, that part you wouldn't need to worry about giving him anyway. But in the public posts, that part where you went to the cargo bay, like it showed you in the cargo bay, but it never showed you guys carrying the package out of it.
Well, yeah, but it's not that I'm worried about. It's more like making sure that we don't piss
Yeah,
off
well,
Nor.
I mean, like in the public view, like that's not in there. That was never posted. So,
Oh, it's not the public view that's the issue. It's
but
corporate
yeah,
espionage that I'm thinking about.
just because
Yeah.
takes your thing and
Yeah, he just
thanks
transfers
you.
data to his data pen. It's like all the information that was recorded that we're aware of, at least, is on this. I don't understand a lot of it, so hopefully you guys and the Starfinders can figure out what it means.
Well, let me make a quick search. Chiska says as they open a console up to start and type in and throw your video in and scan the symbols. See something come up. It just seems to be a little bit excited, and then you see the antennas droop.
Well,
That's not good.
Well, there is some good news. The Starfinder Society's linguistic database recognized many of the symbols you found on the drift rock because this is not the first time they've appeared post-gap. The bad news is that the source is highly unreliable.
who's the source?
He looks a little agitated. All that we have about these earlier texts comes from Haukuim Zan nearly 3 centuries ago, and it seems that no published studies of those texts have appeared since. According to these records, Zan's original findings were donated to the Kabarat University of Xenoarchaeology and Xenoanthropology on Castroville shortly after his disruptive expedition.
Huh.
Fortunately, the society has numerous alumni from from that university, and I can readily secure you a contact there and forward my personal recommendation to a few faculty members. Perhaps they can show you Zan's notes and even take you to the original site so that you can search for more clues about whatever this drift rock once was.
It's 3 centuries ago? How many? What is that, 30 years?
The century.
300
300 years.
Oh,
300 years.
300 years. Okay, I forgot what my years were. So a long ass time ago. Alright.
A very long time ago. The only one that would have possibly been alive is Iris. I forgot how old his character is.
I don't think he made it 300 something, but I'm not sure. So what are you sending us on a mission? What are you suggesting here? Noah would ask.
I do think it's a very strong lead, and, well, I think
So you
that
want us
finding out more of these mysteries is probably good for all of us.
you want us to head to Castroville and look into, see if we can get in contact with anybody about these notes and move and go from there?
Yeah, I think that would be a good course of action for you, unless you have other more pressing matters.
No, our delay here was us dealing with our matters, so
How far is that
you'd
from
look
our
to
current
Wally.
location?
It's a bit. You're gonna be riding on your ship for a few days if you go over to Castroville.
Oh, what do you guys? I look to the party and I'd be like, you guys want to go there now, or you guys want to do some, do or whatever we're gonna do. Should do it now before we go on the journey, whatever the thing is, because we're not gonna be out
Are
here
you
for
okay, Captain? Have you had something to drink?
the. Look at me, I'm the captain now.
So, I mean, Noah would
Grimace and
rub his temple and be like, okay. He'd look at Kiss and go, I suppose there's no harm in us doing that. Castroville's supposedly pretty this time of year. I suppose we could head over there.
Are you still ruining my temple?
What?
What?
Who's rubbing whose temple? What?
Noah's rubbing his own temple.
Oh, they rubbing mine. I'm like, what?
No!
Why you rubbing my head, dude? I'm not thirsty.
Right.
Oh, God.
Gonna go to Yuffie's home planet.
And the Lashuntas.
Shoot.
Wait, or is it the...
It's
the Kasatha. Wait. Fuck. It's one of those aliens.
You were right. It's the Lashunta.
Oh, it's the Lashunta?
Elves
Okay.
and Formians are the races that live on that planet.
Okay, yeah.
Oh boy, let's go to the Formians where this guy's wearing their bodies.
Oops.
oh, I'll go figure.
Let's go.
I don't. Yeah.
No, I read that
See.
armor. The Formians even wear it. It's like their old shedded exoskeletons and shit like that they wear for extra padding. So it's not like he's just walking in wearing someone's skull as a belt buckle.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I
And
mean,
even
he could if he wanted, but
He's like,
he
I'm a
had
pit fighter. These are my, you know.
and plus a lot of the times when we're just chilling and relaxing or whatever, his wings is kind of in cloak mode. So
That's true. That is true.
right. Well,
I keep forgetting that he has these big ass wings.
yeah, well, while you guys are having your little discussion, just because is continuing to type on the console and looks back to you. And there's a postdoctoral student named Wallace who has worked with the society in the past. I'll ask him to greet you when you land in Kabarat. Is there anything I might answer for you before you
Um,
guys go out? Any questions you might have?
hmm.
let me think. What's the Nua would ask about like what's the current climate on? Are there any wars? Are there any kind of like rebellions or anything like that going on Castrovel, or is it supposedly all just par the course right now?
Well, it's your typical situation on Castroville with the you know the stalemate between the races,
What's the
both
temperature like?
continents. I actually don't remember. I think it's just pretty like. But the place you're going to is the fourth continent that is not owned by any of the other three races. One that has been agreed upon to always be neutral ground, just
Okay.
as is since the elves have one of the continents and the Lashintas another, and the Formians with their colonies. I actually don't know specifically what the climate is.
Oh,
I know
it's
it's
it's more
comfortable.
like it's the equivalent of him asking like you know if like when we go on our phone and just like how hot is it in Arizona right now? Like he just wanted to know what the.
No, I mean it's just typical weather. We'll say it's like an average kind of spring, comfortable mid temperatures.
Do we expect any kind
It-
of resistance
Yeah,
or
it's
like
supposed to be a temperate region.
when are we just or is this supposed to be a smooth transition? Do you have any reason to suspect that there'd be issues?
Well, not at least where you're going initially, since it's just the university.
All right. Then I don't personally have any other questions that I can think of right now. But you know how it is. The moment we get mid-flight, I'll think of every possible question.
Also, I'm gonna type this name for you. So that's
Yeah.
the person that made the texts you're looking for.
Oh, Queen. So damn. Okay.
All
Well,
right.
then I suppose should prepare and leave, or we can just head out if everybody's ready to go.
And these texts were made over 300 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
3 centuries.
Yeah, well, yeah, Jessica's nods and here, I can send you a copy of it and proceeds to transfer you to all of your data pads a copy of Pyramid People of Ukulam, which at glance is a tawdry travel log that lauds the author's bravery as much as it describes the culture that builds the sites using ample non-academic languages such as exotic savages and time memorial.
Thank you.
Exotic savages. Nua nods and is like, appreciate it, sir.
Well,
Well, if there's
That's
no other information, I guess we should go get our priorities in order, and then we'll head
Yeah.
out as soon as we can.
I mean, if unless you wanna know about the guy, yeah, that's all right. Well, just 'cause we'll
You said he knew a turns to leave, but then he turns back around to face Chiskus, and he says, "You said a Wallace?
yes.
That's who? Okay.
Well, that's it's WHALOSS.
Whoa, that is way the fuck different than what the fuck I spelled. Spell that again. WHALOSS. Okay. I just put Wallace, like WALLACE.
Oh, I
So,
know it's these weird names.
but all right. Okay, so I got that written down. So New would be like, all right, I guess we'll go first thing tomorrow morning. We'll head out.
be sure to make sure you're prepared. If you need to get anything, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, here's a little. Castroville is a warm, verdant world with intense storms, powerful tides, and sprawling jungles and swamplands in which a tremendous variety of life roams freely. And it's a very wild planet. So
Yeah, it's like you've got coast on one area, then you've got jungle on another area. Yeah, it's one of those. It's Earth.
Earth
My kind of planet.
probably is the closest thing to Earth.
It
really.
is. It's the closest to Earth. Yeah, nothing else is that close. All right. Well, we technically still have all the time to. We still have our room at the inn, so we have that for the night. Technically, we
Yeah,
have.
if you want to do that or go sleep on your ship, you still have you still have like half a week at the hotel.
This
If
is
you
something
wanna
the captain would do, but it's inconvenient that Nua's not the captain. Because Nua
You
would
could be
want.
the captain.
No, Wally's already the captain. He claimed it when we got the ship, and it's like, well, all right. But Nua's not the type to fight for that. It's just I want to, as a player here, saying this, not a character. I wanted to talk to the Starfinders and see if we could get 2 crew to help with the ship. Like maybe even if it's 2 recruits to take with us to give them real world experience or something like that. But that's like something a captain would ask about, you know.
All right, I'll actually. You're right. Yeah, but I don't want to endanger other people. That's the thing.
Well, there's Starfinders. I mean,
Well,
you're gonna
you're
get in
there.
danger eventually.
I remember that this place is like a kind of like an adventurers guild. Like there are certain people like Chiscus that have clout, but otherwise there isn't any real like management. There's just like, the kind of guild part of it that does the quest deals, but otherwise everybody is their own like merc type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it's like an
you
adventurers
can
guild.
you can make requests at the whatever the management is for them to see if they can provide you any recruits if you so wish.
Because we need
Why don't
2
you
more
use
hands on deck. We have a ship that can handle 6 people, and we have 4. I kind of want to look into an engineer and namely, I kind of want to look into an engineer. We need some kind of an engineer. Because we do not have that.
someone who can do repairs and stuff?
Like a mechanic or somebody who, maybe, like, I don't know if there's like an adventuring board that we put like,
Yeah, can we do that? Can we go to the adventure board?
Yeah,
like a
we
note
can
on it or something like that saying.
And be sure to
find something
use
like that.
Nua's star power to get recruits as
Well,
well.
Grim could too. Like, Nua's looking at Grim and he's thinking about using the little bit of clout we have right now, the tiny little bit we have, to be like, are any of you good with mechanics? Here's your chance to get real world experience. Join the crew of Captain Wally and Gunner New Era Becky Vieira and pilot Grim the Reaper. Like
Carl, what's your character's name again?
Nua.
So we just have like Nua pointing like George Washington. Nua wants you to help us.
Like we
with
want you to
engineering.
join our crew.
Yeah.
No, you don't want that
You're the
because
face.
the theme song you
want
get, the theme song you get is like YMCA from Captain Jack or Captain from
Those
DDR,
people.
from DDR. Join the Navy. You know that we get that shit.
That's now new as
Yeah, I
advertisement.
think that'll get the wrong attention, but okay.
Well, that's why I said you don't want Newell because that's what you get with him.
Are the village people confirmed to be in
Yeah,
this
that's
universe?
it. It's a village. Yeah,
The
I
village
don't know.
people, are they?
I mean, there's village people, but I don't think it's the ones you want. But anyways, yeah. So that's kind of something that I think we
Are
should
you
look
guys
into.
discussing any of this in the open?
Oh, I am.
Yeah, I figure the
I
characters
openly-
are actually discussing this. Like, maybe not with the same meta fourth wall breaking shit that we are, but you know, I imagine they'd be talking about how they need crew, or at least Nua would. He's concerned about this. He's genuinely concerned about this because they struggled really fucking hard with this ship shit, and it's very, very obvious to him that while he can fly a ship and shoot the guns, he can't do anything else. He couldn't scan the fucking ship. It straight up borked. So they need a mechanic of some sort. So yeah, he'd be discussing that with, I suppose, Wally, because he's the captain. You know, he'd be like, Captain,
Yeah,
we have a very serious concern here. Yeah, we have a very serious concern.
Yeah, we need an engineer. So like, I go to the board and I put like, our group needs an engineer, and maybe some other things. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Well,
not just engineer.
while you guys are doing your discussions, a girl about the same height as Yuffie kind of pulls on Dua's sleeve. She seems to be an android with white hair.
Captain, you have something pulling on your sleeve.
Oh, which one?
Well, she's pulling on Nua.
Oh God.
He said which one?
I have two sleeves, left and right.
Anyway,
Nua would look down and be like, hello.
yeah, you're like 2 inches taller than her. She's the same height as you.
Oh, so you just look at her then.
Just look at her. She's very shyly like, you guys are the those Starfinders that made the big news, aren't you?
Yes, we are. What do you need? You need help with anything?
Well, I kind of overheard you might need an engineer.
You know who can engineer for us?
I can.
Okay, you're in.
Fuck, that's like when Nua got into the club. Like he just walked in and left everybody.
She's like, wow, really? Really?
He's the captain. Nua would look at her and be like, "That's the captain right there." So
She gets that.
By the way, just mentally in your guys' head, when she said she wanted to join, just imagine the people Mario. You know when someone joins the party just like that, just instantly hit the party down.
Oh yeah. It's like when you're playing Aoni and you look and Aoni's just in the party. Yeah.
Right. Well, she smiles and her eyes light up and do that anime sparkle.
You need to know
Before you
decide.
Like, oh my gosh.
Before you decide to join up, you need to know that this is dangerous work. Those news feeds made us look out to be heroes, but they didn't show what we actually had to go through. It was very scary, life-threatening, and he looks to Grim and he kind of holds a hand out with a palm up in the air, pointing it, in Grim's direction. He's like, my boy here got beat up. He got beat up. And then he looks to the captain and like, so did he. So it's one of those things where you need to understand that this isn't, this isn't a party.
She nods and opens up
the
coat she's wearing, and you see lines of syringes and what seems to be medical supplies, and
then he points to Yuffie and it's like, that's the doctor right there.
Well, I can keep you going regardless, and I can make sure your ship works.
She just went the merchant from RE4 on us. She's like, what are you buying, stranger? Like,
what are you buying?
See that
lots of things on sale.
She seems to have a lot of injectables, and her rifle seems to be the kind that fires darts as well.
He looks.
Uh,
Nua looks to Grim, and he's like, "What do you think?" And the captain already said she's in, but we can mutiny.
I don't. I, I'm starting to think maybe this was a bad idea internally.
Grim says, I have no problem with this. I think it's a good idea. And then he just kind of turns and looks away.
Iris.
Because the
Imagine an
android is
NPC having
adorable.
everything the party has. Don't mind the big teddy bear there. He hasn't found himself yet. And Nua looks to
Are you
Captain
talking
Wally and is like, "Well, I guess
Are
he
you
said you're
talking
in." So
about
yeah,
Grim?
yeah, talking about Grim.
Just kind of mutters
Well,
underneath his breath. I
I can handle myself, and I think joining a party with with you all. What was your idol name again, Gara?
Uh, God damn it. Where did I put that?
Salvador?
I don't
The
remember what
trap.
it was. You should probably
Hold
put
on,
that in your.
it's in my. I have two folders. Hold on. Nua's hit singles, Nua's upbringing, reason for adventure,
You should
lead.
probably put it in your idol thing on your special abilities just to remember it.
Should.
Is it
It's
something with
it's
K?
Kalol, it's Kalol and Kalana.
Right.
Roland Kalana.
Just gonna look at Nua and be like, well,
Kalinko vision.
I've I think I can handle a little danger to adventure with such a famous one, such as you and what was it, Kalana?
Yeah, Kalol and Kalana, or
Yeah.
song lover of the night.
Right. Well, she says that name, and then she looks at Grim. But I didn't realize that your party also had Grim the Reaper in it.
Nua kind of just rubs the back of his head a little bit and looks away. Looks like I
It
don't know what
was
you're talking about.
couldn't really tell in the videos with that helmet he was wearing before, but you could see his face now.
That is true. He was completely covered, and now he's not.
Yeah.
Character development.
He just kind of turns his back and tries to hide his blush.
You okay with that, big fella?
Draco blush. Just the dark, the
A-okay,
scales like darken.
A-okay, Captain.
Why is there a ColecoVision? What there's someone typing ColecoVision somewhere in Discord. Why? What does that have to do with anything? You leave the Coleco Chameleon alone.
No,
Okay, you leave that console alone.
Oh, that's your idol name, ColecoVision.
When you speak Drow and people are like, we don't understand that shit. Let's make our own word.
Wait. If Kara's ColecoVision, then I have to be TurboGrafx. It still has worked clearly.
All right, so you're going out the air dock in the ship. So you're.
You can't do that shit, dude. I'm 16-bit.
From the position of captain.
Yeah, you are ousted. Grim is now captain.
After composing himself, Grim will turn around and just ask the android girl her name one more time.
I don't think she gave it, yeah?
Angela.
Oh, Angela? Just spelled Angela? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can make up some Android version of it later, but
It'd be like Ange, then like E1A or some shit like that, yeah.
I was thinking that
There's like
same
3 Q's and like an X.
what's guy?
spelled in binary.
But yeah, no, she's got the usual look. But she's got white hair, like average, maybe slightly pale skin, and glowing lines on her face like androids do.
I
Android
swear it
recruit.
sounds like a character out of how it reminds me of Demi from Phantasy Star 4. Oh my god. But anyways,
I don't actually know who this is.
yeah, Demi from Phantasy Star 4. She essentially was the she was a cast that basically worked all your tech, basically.
I mean, it can be kind of like that since she'll be in armor in that same kind of way with a
Yeah,
rifle. Except, this character has green hair.
yeah. But everything else pretty much just kind of works that way. So anywho,
Okay,
uh,
well,
Grim kind
Nua,
of
he looks back to her and back to Grim, and Grim looks like he wants to say something, so he just kind of lets him.
I was just gonna say welcome aboard, and Captain Wally, we might have to talk. Yeah,
Talk.
I think you're going
Yes,
mad.
my subordinate.
I think you've
Extra
gone mad
happy.
with power.
I think what?
You've gone mad with power.
I have not gone mad with power. I am just taking the initiative, but I shall take that and be really, really, really. I'll take that to heart. I will not do. I will not make any more mistakes like this.
So Nua's like, well, the ship, we're going to be leaving tomorrow morning. The ship is located wherever the fuck, I don't know where it's docked. Like he's like, it's located here. If you meet us in the docking bay at whenever the hell we're going to leave o'clock, then
Mm.
we can
Yes.
we can get you situated.
And it may be a good idea for you to inspect the ship and let us know if there's things you may suggest.
Just make sure you're ready for a trip because we don't know how long we're going. We're just going to gather some information. But that's how that first thing that this news is going on about happened too. So I want you to imagine that we woke up one day and we were told, hey, go find a missing crew. And then all of that happened. So
She gives off the impression of being very happy and excited and presents this in a very overtop way that seems a little excessive.
What could possibly go wrong?
Grim will quickly just walk away.
In that weird android way.
Just kind of walk away from the cute because he's not trying to die of diabetes. So I guess where's everybody resting? At the inn or in the ship?
yeah, we still have the inn. I mean, Nua's gonna, if we're about to be on the ship for a long haul, then Nua's gonna want a shower and, and they still
Sky,
have the rest of the remaining week in the hotel, so.
This is true.
yeah. Have you seen Gravity Falls, Sky?
I know of it.
Okay, I was just if you had seen it. Because I was like, there's a character in like that can be compared to her levels of excitement and fanness.
Oh God,
If you know who Tiffany is.
I know who you're talking.
Oh God.
The eye sparkles and everything.
Oh no. Well, this is gonna be interesting. So I guess we all just go freshen up.
Yeah. We already did our shop stuff, so this is the last moment to make sure you got everything you want with your shop. I have no money, so I can't get anything.
Well, you guys got your bonus, so you all have.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You're right. I forgot about that. I do have money.
To add your 1100 back.
Oh yeah, the 1100 from Nor, right?
Yeah.
Nor. As your reward.
I did that, and actually,
The Yuffie is stacked right now since she hasn't spent any money.
Because she spent it all on beer.
She's got 4K on her right now.
That's pretty decent.
Moonshine.
So
I can buy a decent suit of armor.
I should be able to upgrade a bit on next level.
Hold on, let me take a quick look. That's because I might want to.
I'll just put a keg in Yuffie's inventory.
PCU? It was.
PCUs cost, the first one is, a rank 1 is 1400 if I recall. And yeah, it's just, do you need me to link it to you? Or do you still have the page?
Do you mind sending in a link real quick?
Sure. Technically it's still in chat, but here, I'll just repost it.
Yeah.
I call them PCUs because personal character upgrades, but they're just called personal upgrades.
So the important part of this is which type do you want to be purchasing?
Yeah, on Absalom you can get either of the three. It literally doesn't matter. The one Nua got was a magic crystal because it's just, you just crush it and meditate on it for an hour and boom. So.
And it can upgrade your stat of
Anything.
choice, right?
Any stat of choice, yeah.
Yeah,
By
1
2
stat plus 2.
for a rank 1, yeah. And you can only have one rank 1, one rank 2, and one rank 3 at any given time. But
Right.
let's say you choose Dex, for example, as what you're going to upgrade with the rank 1. Later on down the line, you can upgrade that rank 1 to a rank 2 by subtracting the cost of the rank 1 from the rank 2 and just upgrading it. So you can like rank 3 a stat if you even though you've already previously turned it to a rank 1 or something like that, or a rank
Right.
2.
Right.
Yeah, if you
So,
want to swap them.
I was
yeah.
actually thinking of doing Dex.
Could do Dex.
There's benefits to it. I mean, it'll help with your initiative. It'll help with your any kind of ranged attacks you make. It will help with, depending on the heavy armor. Some heavy armor does have a pretty generous amount of dex on it, so it won't even hurt you there. You could also do, I don't know, any of the stats are pretty good.
Or Constitution, but my Constitution.
Intelligence would give you more skill points.
And that is retroactive.
Yeah, you could also put it in your strength, which would bump. You have an 18 to strength right now. Would bump your strength to 20.
And then you can upgrade all your other stats at
Yeah.
level 5 without penalty.
And the highest, well, no, the highest stat can't go on that. It can't go above that. That's right. Okay.
Is
Yeah,
it?
you know what? I'll go ahead and put it into strength.
Yeah, that's probably because when we hit level 5, we're going to be able to upgrade 4 attributes. But your strength is already 18, so you'd only be able to upgrade strength by 1. So by putting the PCU in that, you're actually you're putting it to 20 instead of that plus 1. It's actually a really good choice for you. So
It'll be more optimal because then next level or when you get that upgrade, you get any of the other stats look like they can have +2 because even Constitution's only 15, so you could have a +2 on that if you wanted.
yep.
So how do I make this reflect that perk?
So what you're gonna want to do on your character sheet,
Just put 2 in the miscellaneous column.
you know how to you see where your attributes are: strength, dex, con, int, wisdom, etc.
Right.
You see the little ends, the like faded ends to the right.
The little eyeballs that you can click.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Click the one by strength.
And then just put the 2 in miscellaneous.
Yeah.
I put mine in ability increase.
I mean, you can do that too. It's wherever you'll remember. It's just the ability increase is what I assume is the one from level ups, and then augments are augments.
Okay.
So would this be an augment?
No, it doesn't
It would.
count as
Okay,
augments.
all right.
Because it
Then I
doesn't count
guess.
against your augments, and augments can be removed.
All right, then I guess I'll just move my 2 to miscellaneous as well.
Just take it out of your money. Which type are you getting? Sky? Are you getting the magic, the tech, or the symbiote thing?
Well, I am a dragon. So
The reason I went with magic is the logic of it can't be removed from you once you've used it. Technically they're all the same. They can't be removed from you once they're installed, but
yeah.
This is just for the thematic of what do you want your hours spent doing? Because it's meditating on the crystal, having somebody, otherwise you're getting a synaptic thingy
installed into your brain, yeah.
or a symbiote installed as an organ somewhere in your body.
No, I'm gonna do the magic. So he's gonna meditate for an hour.
All right.
He's a warrior, so after all that fighting, he's got to reflect on it.
+2 strength. Oh, and that means that you also get an extra +1 from your gear boost.
Yep, it means you just upgraded yourself really hard
You
again.
have +12 to damage now.
Oh goddamn! Okay. Oh shit! Okay.
I don't think Grim should be allowed to interrogate people. It's got poke them and those can explode.
Yeah, he's just gonna be like what she did when she tried to cut the tongue out of that dude's face and accidentally slit his head in half. So
Grim is just gonna blink and someone's gonna explode.
I'm
not even gonna get started on that fucking Tonberry. But anyways,
All
Okay,
right,
so I
that's
got
fine.
my. I subtracted it from my credit, so I'm at 555 now.
Yeah, and in your feats area, just put down
Ah,
personal upgrade and as other.
So technically, Wally, Red, you have enough money to buy a level 1 too if you want to get +2 in something because you have exactly 1400.
so personal.
I get +2 of what?
You can choose a stat to buy +2 on if you so wish to spend the credits on it right now.
How much would it cost?
It's
1400.
1400, so you'll have 74 credits left.
And I get +2 stats of anything I want.
Yeah,
Anything.
one.
I would suggest. Does he have an 18 or is he a 16/16?
He's a 6
16.
Don't
in
bump
strength.
any. Use this on a stat that won't take it above 16.
Pretty much
Okay,
just be
so that
extra
would be.
constitution.
Yeah, if you don't have it like a high constitution, I'd suggest putting in a constitution. That's
You
what I
could
did.
just use strength like Sky since you already have it higher than you would want to put points in on it with the level up.
Wait, is his strength 17?
It's 16.
16.
No,
Do you still get
16
plus
and
2?
below gets +2.
Okay. Okay, never mind then.
17 and above gets
Yeah.
+1. So 16 is the cap for the +2. It'll go to
So,
18.
So put 2. I'll put 2 in Constitution, I guess.
yeah,
What would
it'll
that
give you
bump
more
it
health.
to? 13?
12.
Or put to 12.
12? Yeah, that'll help.
That way you can be in the front lines with me.
Okay, well, there's
Yeah, diagonal.
constitution and just take away your money.
Oh my
It'll also
resolve.
give you a +1 modifier in Constitution too, which will help out your
Yeah, let me double check.
Fortitude thing.
Let's see, your stamina went up. I think that's the only thing that was affected by a constitution boost, and then whatever.
Yeah. And
The
then the
save.
fort save should have went up by 1.
Yeah, that went up automatically.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
So people are getting, they're spending some time getting work. Now, what type are you going to get, Red? You going to get a magic crystal? You going to get a symbiote? You going to get a synaptic enhancer?
I have no idea.
So
It's
basically,
just theme. Do you want it to be magic? Want it to be technology, or do you want it to be kind of both?
I want it to be kind of both, but mostly not. I think completely into.
okay, so basically you got a symbiote
Yeah.
that got into your body, turned into like a new organ that's giving you this ability.
Yeah.
We are Venom.
Okay,
So,
well,
I mean,
Red
that's one way to look at it.
Wally went to the doctors and got an implant. He came back stronger.
More healthy, as I would take it, because Constitution,
Mhm.
generally represents your direct health and stuff like that. Sprint ability. So, Okay, so we all did that. I'm not going to spend any of mine right now. I don't really think I need anything.
Pretty sure you are well off at the moment.
Um,
Unless you
Cool.
wanted to try to get a better rifle, but
I don't think there's anything that I can grab that is in the price range of what I have right now.
yeah, I think everybody is good.
Let me just double check rifles real quick, but I don't think I only have like 11. I only have 1196, so I don't think. Yeah, no, I can't. Those are pistols. That's the same. Yeah, I can't gain anything, so I'm good.
Well then,
I suppose
Guess you
then
guys-
we just sleep the night, Nua would charge his batteries.
All 10 of them.
Excuse me, he only has 6 now. He gave you 1.
That is
Well.
true.
But technically he has 7. He has the one in his weapon. No, well, yeah. Okay.
So, got my new glaive that I'm excited about, all powered up. Made sure the battery you gave me is charged.
technically you have that battery and then the spare battery because Nua gave you one.
Yeah, right. I have it listed in my inventory.
Um, but yeah, so you guys retire, you missed all your errands, you've still been being approached by people at random times with your current fame.
Noah
And
would use this time to check in with his manager and kind of relay all of the producers on and relay all of the information that's been going on. He's probably seen the news anyways. You would think he would have, but he'd explain that they're about to go to Castroville.
he gives you a nice "my boy" as he congratulates all your success of becoming famous and hopes very much that you're trying to keep yourself safe and worries that you might not come back and return to your life of idolship.
When your character is just a hollow life. Well, yeah. Okay, he relays all that information. Says he's going to Castroville and asks if he wants him to bring him anything, like a greeting card or something. So, the typical stuff.
Yep.
Because Nua, I don't think
Who were you talking to? To your
my producer, yeah, my manager, the little Skittermatter guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, we're going here. Because Nua's never been there. None of the languages I have are even Castrovillian. So Nua's been to he's been to Aposte and he's been to Absalom Station and I guess to Space Rock. He's never been to Castroville. He's only heard of it. And he's like, the land of the elves and, really pretty planet. Because, I don't know, Aposte it doesn't even have atmosphere, sky. You can't even breathe there.
Mm,
So he's not used to, a bright planet.
I know what I'm gonna do.
So he's kind of excited.
So, I guess since while everyone's rested up, or in the morning of the next day, Grim is going to send through 300 credits to his family. There's a reason why he's a gladiator.
I suppose that's true.
So I'm gonna deduct that, and then he just sends it to an account meant for his family. Per se.
Wait, what are you doing?
He's sending Muns to his family.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you're subtracting some funds.
Yeah. That's still good
Yes.
thing to have.
Yeah, it's fine.
And then I guess we're all gonna meet up at the ship, or
Yeah, at the docking bay is where we asked
Yeah.
Angela to meet us the following morning.
Did you make any post on the boards of any other types you were looking for? Any other skill sets?
I didn't know.
Was there anyone
I
you
wouldn't
were
do that.
intending?
Grim wouldn't think to do that because he's not the captain.
Well, I love how this goes on my shoulders now.
I mean, you're the captain,
You
so
said you wanted 2 people, and I don't know what.
I'm just a
I don't know what
specifics for
what
another
other.
one?
Yeah, I don't know what else
Hold
we
on,
need.
when I did the
That-
post, I said we need an engineer and maybe some other stuff. I already posted that, so I'm not sure if anybody kind of responded to that or not.
Well,
I
you're getting it's a flood to your personal account of all sorts of random newbies read.
all the
top
email.
10 regrets.
Hi, I would like to be your friend. Can I join? Add me to party. Looking for a party.
Oh God.
A
Dragoon
whole
level
lot
6.
a whole lot of looking for party spam. Be like, I know how to use a gun. I can shoot targets.
Nice. That's not what we're looking for, though. We're looking for spirits. Some experience. I actually went on a mission.
Damn, he shot that down real hard. He's like, nice! But nah.
I mean, it's really easy to shoot a non-moving target that doesn't fight back. Anybody can do that. I mean,
Oh.
But yeah,
Oh.
just if there was anything specific you wanted to know for.
I couldn't think of anything else. The main thing was an engineer. That's what Nua was talking about when he was discussing it with them, is that, we need somebody who knows the ins and outs of an actual ship, because our dumbasses, all we know how to do is run really good.
We could use a cook.
I suppose Nua can... Hold up. What fucking skill would you use to cook? What even...
I just got One Piece vibes from this crew.
life science, I guess.
Daigo,
Culture. I
Daigo.
feel like culture would be a cooking skill. Like, knowing the different preparations of like, I've got it. Just we need an Ignis.
I've got a new
Yeah,
recipe.
I've got the new
Isn't that?
recipe.
I mean, you could do a cook. Yuffie's already your know-it-all.
Yeah, that's true. Yuffie can already do all that stuff. So it's like, I think the main thing we needed was an engineer. So Nua wouldn't have put anything else on a
And
board.
technically, since engineering is an int thing and the character NPC will be int-based, you're gonna have all the knowledge things between her and Yuffie anyway.
So the way it worked is before they could even really go to the board to put anything up is when she kind of pulled on the sleeve,
But she's like, I heard you talking about
So
engineering.
I don't think anybody would have put a thing on a board.
I just making sure now for when the time would come.
Oh, I'm sure we're gonna have regrets, but
All right, well, next morning, as I assume you go about your breakfast and normal businesses of the hotel and check out.
yeah.
And then you meet Angela at the dock.
Yep.
Proceed to
All
your
the
journey.
while having people taking selfies with me. The whole trip there.
Yeah, that must be rough.
It really, I mean, it's not like he can hide because he's 8 fucking feet tall.
I'm not the dragon you are looking for.
Like, hey, aren't you Grim? It's like, no, that guy is. He's like, but that guy's like 5 feet tall, and Grim just flies away.
It's like, that's not even a dragonkin.
Yes, it's a bug. It's a Sheeran. It's not even a dragon. Like, they look, and then they look back, and Grim's just in the sky, flapping away. They look at the bug guy, and he looks at them, he's like, what?
It's a Skittermander.
It's a Skittermander.
Once the new was producer. Well, no, that was bad. It just flies away.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay.
If there is no other business you have on the station, you will all make your preparations and launch.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, we did this stuff the previous night, so yeah, we just head off to Castrovel.
You spend the next 5 days traveling in space to Castrovel.
5 days. All right. What do on the ship in that time?
Yeah,
Lots
do you
of
want
sleep,
any
I guess.
downtime actions?
Yeah, I'd have to look at the downtime actions. Nobody's injured, so we don't have to do medical. Charging the batteries is whatever. That's just keeping them charged. Honestly, Nua would probably just play a bunch of weird ass video games on his
Let's see.
holocron.
What we got? There is analyze sample, build shelter, common downtime activity.
Can you put the ship picture back on the
Oh yeah.
roll 20?
I meant to do that.
Excuse me. Sorry. There we go.
Our ship has a training deck, right?
Yeah, it has this here,
It has the
which is the
recreational fleet
the entertainment area.
holodeck thing that
You
you
can get rid of
simulate.
these. Down the robot and the
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm in the pilot's seat, I suppose.
I have to make a token for your NPC, but let's see. Spend a number of credits equal to 100 times your character's level while on a settlement, or else consume an equivalent value of intoxicants while aboard a starship. You can carouse.
There's a lot of stuff you can do, but we'll only be flying for 5 days, so.
But Yuffie's just sitting somewhere in the kitchen dining hall area, just drinking her alcohol, relaxing.
Move her into because Nua's in there playing on his phone, like down here.
She's the kind of person to just sit there and have a Just have a drink while she's reading books or something.
Complaining about teenagers.
It does sound accurate. Does sound
Me?
accurate.
I guess I could put it on auto.
Yeah. There's programs like that where it'll route there. It's not like
Yeah, you
So I
you
can
just
go.
got it on like an auto like path to the Castroville.
So I'm just gonna go into the rec room and just kind of train.
Since the
there
computer.
is actual downtime training things that can increase your stats later on, but it takes a decent amount of time.
Yeah, how does this? I mean, there's a workout. You can working on agility, improve acrobatics, or sheer physical power to improve your athletics. You spend 7 days carefully alternating intense training and mindful rest.
Yeah, so you won't be able to do it because you have to do it for the full amount of time, and the trip is only 5 days. So
Oh, okay.
So you can do a specific workout for your athletics or acrobatics at some point, but what else do we got? There's like a bunch of things. You could just lounge.
that's what Noah's doing. He's just lounging and playing on the phone,
I don't know, I mean, like,
playing his gacha games and hating life.
oh my gosh,
Well, I
just
guess I'm
whatever.
just doing not intense training, but just to keep myself sharp.
Yeah.
Just relax and maintaining your equipment, all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right. I don't.
What about you, Wally? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna look at the ship and just, you know what I mean?
This is your quarters, by the way, right here. This is the captain's quarters.
All right, I headed there for a little bit, but I'm mostly in the middle here, just making sure the ship's going in the right direction.
Okay.
Yep. It's locked on course.
Yep, locked on course.
You know, while we're sitting here, I work on my gangster walk. I look more. No,
Works on his captain walk. Try to get more
Yeah.
swagger.
I work on my swag.
No. You work on your swagger. Swag is for dorks.
After some time has passed, Grandma kind of walk in and just out of curiosity, see what everyone's doing.
I thought you were gonna say, Grim has like a weird feeling, so he began trying to stage a Q on Wally. I thought you were gonna say that. Oh my god.
Well, Noah would be swearing in Infernal at how he keeps pulling the wrong units in his gacha games, so
Just demonic going on right here.
Yeah, like it's exactly what it sounds like. You know when you watch demon movies and the little girl's possessed, but then that big ass deep fucking voice comes out? Yeah, it's that. So Lord knows I can't imitate that in the real world, so I'm not even gonna try. And Yuffie's, I guess, just reading a book and drinking her booze.
Grim would ask Yuffie what she's reading, but she's clearly passed out from drinking too much.
Oh, again, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I guess Angela is in one of these rooms. We'll just say she's in one of the rooms.
Yeah, to make it feel better for her.
Just to say.
He just drunk. He would say, "Yep, I'm drunk. I go to sleep."
The meme has gone too far. The memes become reality.
And
reality becomes meme.
But after hearing Noah swear, Grim would just look over there and be like, "What? You okay?"
And you'd show him his, like... I don't know what these things actually look like, because they kind of, like, they function differently. Like, sometimes they function like a Star Wars holo device, where they pop the thing up in front of you. So you just kind of point it at. It's like, I pulled this unit, I wanted this unit, but I keep getting these ones. And you start explaining gacha game bullshit.
I assume it, unless you specifically have it displayed on like a console thing, that it's the little hologram above you.
You leave the Ouya alone.
So he's like, video game stuff. Do you even know what these are?
Can't say that I do, but it seems like you enjoy it. Grim shrugs.
Nua gets up and walks away.
Do I hear that?
He sighs. No, the dining area, I guess. You know, and you're way up in your captain's quarters. Nua comes over here and tries to do some training too.
It's like, well, I guess I'll just leave y'all to it, I suppose.
Tai Chi
And
or
so-
something like that.
Graham's gonna come up here.
I mean, just your typical lounging stuff is what Nua's
Yeah.
doing. Nothing super fancy or anything like that. So I imagine the trip's just kind of like we just had a big, adventure deal. So we know we're probably going to get into bullshit if the last, thing is anything to go by. So we're just trying to get, or at least Nua's just trying to get some relaxation in before that.
Yeah, for sure. Graham's gonna knock on Wally's door and just check on him and say, "Hey, you okay?
I'm fine.
Alrighty."
What's up?
That's a great captain.
Right. Oh. That's just
How's,
something.
how's everybody else? Is something the matter?
They seem to be good. I'm just making sure everybody's all right. This is gonna be a long trip.
Right. Well, unless there's something specific you guys want to do.
No,
And
I
say
don't think
you
there's
arrive.
enough time for downtime stuff. Yeah.
So, we'll throw this right here. All right. So
Sure.
just remember you're going over here to Yukulam. I don't.
Yukalam.
Ukalam. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I spelled it right.
But
What's the currency here?
I forgot if it's just normal credits.
Yeah. Do we have to have papers?
I mean, Chiskiss called in for us, so...
This place right here is where you're actually landing, Kabarat.
Okay,
Down
so
here at the edge.
we're landing here.
Qabarat.
And this,
Okay.
yeah, that is where the expedition notes that Jessica's mentioned talk about. That said that that's where the text was found in the past.
In Qabarat, or where?
In the Yukulam is where
Oh, okay.
the stuff was found, but the universe you're going to is in Kabarat.
Okay.
Oh.
So just somewhere in Ukalam is where the texts were found, but we don't know where?
Yeah.
So we need
Okay.
to see if we can find a lead or further information about what we're looking for in Yukalam.
Okay. Alright. So we hear the sound of the ship, like... as it, is landing and stuff like that.
Yep, landed her nice and smooth, like a glove.
Right. Well, as you approach Kabarat, the security there hails your starship and asks for you to identify yourself.
Captain.
That'd be the
Captain.
captain's job.
I tell them, I identify everyone on the ship, doing all that stuff.
So what do you say?
I say yes, we are part of the what's the name of the thing?
Starfinder Association.
We are the Starfinder Association. I am Captain Wally. I am here with my group. I need everyone's names. Rim. Ours name is. Why am I so bad with names?
Are you gonna name all your members?
Close
Yes,
enough.
I am. And then we have a new engineer.
Well, they confirm and guide you to one of the landing pads of the city's spaceport.
Cool. And
When you
Follow.
land, you have customs briefly interviewing you about some stuff, checking your ship, asking
Contraband
where
and
you're
stuff like
gonna
that, yeah.
where you gonna stay. You got any foreign life forms coming in on there?
Oh,
Nope.
no.
I mean, the whole damn crew is a foreign life form, so...
I mean,
Yeah.
it's TSA. Oof.
They mentioned to you that carrying personal weapons is not illegal in the city here, but it's a little bit looked down upon.
Hmm.
Noted.
Well, we
But
gotta protect ourselves. We're doing something very important, and you never know where you're gonna run into,
but
right?
yeah, as you finish with the office, they give you your papers to use while you're staying here.
So, okay,
It,
and I guess Nua would put it in his backpack and say thank
It'll
you.
say you spent like, an hour dealing with customs, importing you
it
to
sounds
have
about
your
right.
dealings here.
Sounds about right, yeah.
This is very Casterville is pretty political in how they have the three continents
Also,
at conflict.
just want to point out, this is a nice map. Like, it's nice and detailed. The
It's the
forest
one.
areas look really, like, jungly, you know?
It's the one from the book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Um. Anyway, as you finish all that and you do I have a picture for this? As you exit the spaceport, you are hailed by a Lashunta man. Um, I have. It looks like this. He's gonna identify himself as your contact.
So this is
That's,
Wallace.
yeah, yeah, it's your.
I'm just calling him Wallace.
Yeah, Wallace.
This is Mr. Wallace.
Why does he have such nice hair?
Yeah, no, his hair is out of control. Like, for no reason is his hair nice. Like, that dude is in, like, a fucking one of those hair product commercials. They're like, and then they flip their fucking head. And it's,
L'Oreal,
yeah,
because
yeah,
he's
yeah. And his
Yeah, I know.
tentacles wiggle. Yeah.
It says he's a Damaya Lashunta, which I don't remember what the differences are, but he is. You see him. He's tall and thin, almost seemingly gaunt. His clothes are a stylish blend of local silks, though the overall ensemble shows that it's very worn,
Hmm.
as though he has been using the outfit for many years. He beams at you with positivity as he approaches you.
And I just
Hello, you're the Starfinders I'm here to meet, right?
Wallace, I take it.
Indeed.
Then yes, we are the ones. I believe. I can- Chiskisk,
Chiskisk, yeah.
and that was in character.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, he nods, yes.
He
This is the one that contacted me to meet with you all.
yes. So uh, I guess where do we go from here?
Well, let me show you around. Right. I'll guide you around and show interest in your recent findings. Um, he's gonna like hail a taxi to take you all to the actual university.
Hmm.
So, about that stuff you found, is there any details that you can mention?
Well, we gave all that information to Chiskisk, so he has all the same knowledge that we do at this point. I
As
don't.
I'm not part of the Starfinder Society, I am not really privileged to those
Oh, I
details.
see. Well, there's a lot, so I'm just gonna say Nua would kind of, because Nua would still have that information on his. He didn't delete it off his thing. He just kind of like scroll through his personal comm unit and show him like tidbits here and there, like the writing on the walls or
Hmm.
the walls themselves, like things like that, whatever might be
Yeah,
interesting. Pausing if he has any questions.
but yeah, you see excitement in him as he looks at this as a student of xenoarchaeology.
Would he
Uh,
even would he even be interested in the creature that we faced too? Because I don't think anybody's really seen something like that
Yeah,
we
he was
we
interested.
sold it off, and I don't think Nua. Well, like
I mean, at least tell him about it. You know, just he might be interested in the.
oh yeah, explaining it to him because it did have a foreign language. It was telepathic, and the Lashunta are telepathic.
Yeah, they're
So
sensitive to that.
well, Grim would explain that, I suppose.
Well, yeah, because he got up close and personal to that damn thing.
Close personal. All right, so
So Grim would explain the like physical appearance of that thing to him, and just explain that it's not really anything that seemed common in this galaxy, I suppose, or that was, or at least anything that's Grim's face.
he nods. It's likely that. Oh God, echo. That's echoing really loud.
There's an echo.
Yours is echoing.
Mine is.
It
Okay,
was.
it's stop doing it. It's just hard. Um. Right. Anyway. You are riding the taxi and all that, and he mentions that that was probably one of the strange denizens of the drift that I don't really know a whole lot about. But the taxi will wind through the city with trees slowly giving way to elegant towers of carbon-fired glass and steel, each artistically sculpted to create a stunning forest of dazzling skyscrapers. The Copyright University of Xenoarchaeology and Xenoanthropology is that can you hear me okay with the
I
echo
can hear
going
you
on?
fine. The
Okay,
echo's not that bad to me.
Uh, is it mine? Is it my side that's tripping?
It was, yeah.
It's
Huh.
just kind of loud for me, so I can't tell like if it's too loud to hear me over.
No, I hear you fine. I barely hear the echo.
I hear you fine.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, it's just north of the downtown commercial district and consists of about 10 buildings scattered over a campus of groomed lawns and gardens.
Of what? Creme de lawns? The fuck is that?
Groomed lawns.
Oh, okay. Groomed lawns. All right. What the fuck is a creme de
Right,
lawn?
right, well, anyway, Wallace, uh, you all get out your taxi and you're there. Wallace is gonna look back to the party. I don't personally have the background to decipher these writings, but I can introduce you to a professor that is the head of the linguistic anthropology department. She might be able to help you out.
Where are they
Her,
located?
That'd be
her
Where do we
appreciated.
office
go?
is in the Alcima Carre Hall. Uh,
And how far is that?
Probably not that far. It's
What's their name again?
Can I fly there?
Professor Mukhali.
Okay, well, if we're gonna go see this Professor Holly lady.
But yeah, he leads you to a building. It is an 8-story building. And you see that the lobby is currently home to a small pack of journalists insistently like they're being very persistent at the receptionist bothering them. You hear that they're trying to get upstairs for some reason.
This can't be good.
Mm.
Grim actually says.
Wallace is gonna survey the situation. I am not sure what is going on here. This isn't like this before.
Nua walks over and he's like, "What's going on?" To
One,
the reporters.
one of the journalists turns to you. Well, this is Dr. Alavian's 21-2 gave an incendiary lecture. Interpreted. Um, well, that some think as a defense of violent xenophobia, and we wanna we're just trying to get an interview with him.
So he's in defense of violent xenophobia? Like Nua asks, and I ask at the same time.
Well, we need to question
As
him.
in, like, he's pro killing aliens?
That's what some believe.
Jeez.
Nua kind of backs out. Is like, I don't know about this. This ain't my business.
Me too.
You know,
I feel the same way.
like, he kind of backs out of that one. He's like,
And
I don't like where this is going.
do I have a picture?
who was the name they mentioned?
I lobby
It's-
21 too.
That sounds like an android.
Sounds like a DJ.
Can you put that in the chat for me? Because I don't.
Yeah, I can.
Wait, what was the person's name?
She's putting it in chat. Oh, that I don't even. Okay.
Oh,
It's doctor that.
sounds like a Bible verse.
Yeah, it looks like a Bible verse. I'm about to say that. And Elements 21 too. Jesus came back. I don't know.
Alright, well, the receptionist getting handed is another Lashunta guy. All these noisy reporters trying to like burst in and all that. As he's like trying to tend to all of them and calm them and keep them from bursting to the upper floor.
I mean,
And wait,
so they're being rowdy. Like they're genuinely being like fairly rowdy.
I mean, you know how reporters get. They're being noisy.
Yeah.
They're like holding up
So
mics and
blocking
all
the
that
path.
kind of stuff. They're like holding up notes. They're like
question from the
asking
Daily Bugle.
questions.
All right. So Nua would walk up and he'd kind of hold up his hands. Like he'd kind of walk between this Lashunta guy who's, you know, just trying his best, doing his job and whatnot. And these reporters, it's like, all right, people, calm down. Let's calm down. We can try to work through this without being pushy. I don't know if I need to make any rolls here, but try to hold your questions. Even if this guy could get you your interviews, he can't do it for all of you at once. So one at a time, slowly, form a line, and talk to him one-on-one. It's the only way you're gonna get anything done. Being pushy, I don't think. And Nua kind of looks towards this guy. I don't think he has the clearance to get you what you're asking. Like, let the man do his job. Go about your business. Disperse. And he kind of does a hand thing.
Shoot.
Yeah, that. Like disperse. Out of here.
Roll diplomacy.
All right, let me...
Can I help him with his role?
Well, actually, let's see how this works.
Let's see.
Is there anything you want to add while...
So I got a 15.
Are you gonna assist, Wally?
I mean, do you want me to assist you?
Just what are you saying if you're going to assist?
I mean, you're the captain. Like, it's up to you what you want to do. It's just Nua doesn't like that he's a fucking idol. He's used to this kind of hassle. He knows this hassle.
Oh yeah,
No. That's so. Just tell me what you're saying, Wally.
I mean, like, I'm just trying to, like, you know, calm everybody down and just kind of like be the second mount Nua.
Okay, what are you saying?
What is Nua saying?
I just said what Nua said.
I'm
That was
just
all
like,
in character roleplay.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just pretty much repeating and being like, yeah, you all want to talk to them, but you can't talk to everybody at the same time. You all need to...
Like, Nua's trying to get them to disperse, to go on about their business, and leave this poor guy alone. Because he's seen this. I mean, idols deal with this shit literally all the fucking time.
Yeah. And if all this didn't work, just know that Grim was gonna try to intimidate everybody.
You could roll intimidate anyway. Should Grim want to step up?
But that
Roll
20, and knowing my luck, it would have been a 2.
let's see. Roll idle, Kara,
Okay. Which one is it?
and roll intimidate Wally.
Oh, shit.
Wait,
Wait.
why is Wally rolling intimidate?
Just go with it.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So the crowd picks up on Nua's words. Some of them recognize you as that Starfinder and that boy that sings nice songs in the drow. And they start to calm down. They look at Wally a little concerned, and they're like, "Okay."
They're
Come
they're
at me, bro.
not they're really not afraid of him.
Why you gotta do him like that?
And then
Grimm's presence
they
should be
they
enough to intimidate on its own.
oh yeah, no,
Like,
they're
Oh no,
some of
Grim
them are
ain't
kind of
in the
worried about it, but honestly, their Grimm's presence is less threatening than a lot of the wildlife of this planet.
that's probably true.
But yeah, no, they'll start to disperse. They'll be like, well,
No, he's just watching him.
they're like, well, the idol said we should relax. This very cute little kid here. They're
Oh,
gonna
God.
start walking
He
off.
did that on purpose, did he?
They're just charmed by the little Nua.
So, upon hearing this, Grim is just going to instinctually go up to Dua and hold them back.
No. He's stupid. He looks at Grim. He's like, "What seems to be the problem?"
Don't worry. Just go, let's keep going. Wallace, let's go.
Anyway, as the crowd disperses, the receptionist makes a very deep sigh.
Noah looks towards the receptionist and repeats what he said to Grim. What seems to be the problem?
So Grim's gonna look at the receptionist and just go, "Are you okay?"
Yes. Thank you for your help. What business did you have here?
I'm sorry, repeat that?
What business did you have here?
We're supposedly going to talk to a Professor Muhali, um, but we saw this situation on the way there and, figured you needed a hand. But our business is in regard to some texts, apparently 3 centuries or so old by a Halakim Zahn. And we were given this, and it kind of like shows the pyramid people of Ukalam, and it's like, and we're supposed to be looking into.
Yes, well, he's gonna look over at Wallace. Wallace gonna nod at him. I suppose I can offer you a little help since you dealt with that situation for me.
What were they?
What? Yeah. What was?
Why were they so agitated? What is this about? Some pro-violent xenophobia? Who or what is Alibians 21-2?
I feel like Professor Muhali, who you're going to approach anyway, can explain all of the situation much better than I can.
All right, that's fair.
I suppose we'll put a pin in that then.
He'll proceed to lead you to the upper floors. Just be aware that Professor Mahali is very busy right now, and this is a very big favor I'm providing for you.
Understood.
But we can probably squeeze an appointment in for you.
That would be
He's gonna bring up the
appreciated.
data pad as he goes up and move some things around in her schedule.
That would
Here,
help us out tremendously.
yes, this will be in a can make this an official appointment. We'll move the rest of our schedule back a bit. And you are led to the 5th floor. Alright. And you arrive at her office. As the head of the Linguistic Anthropology Department, Professor Muhali has one of the nicer offices in Alcima Curry Hall. Curry.
These are the most many
It's
names ever.
all like Lashunta names.
Is it an office with a view?
Her door is unlocked and she willingly accepts visitors introduced by Wallace or announced by... Wait, what? I don't know why that's worded like this as a quote. Anyway, as you go in, you... What, Lexi? Hold on.
All right.
These names are hella what the fuck to spell, by the way. As I'm taking notes, like, I'm like, okay. That Aliabin's 21:2 Bible verse thing, I'm like, what in the hell?
It's like, yes, the next person we meet, his name is Lagunta Shimalamakan.
I'm telling you, man, shamalama ding dong. Like, it's real.
How can you be serious while saying his name then?
Tukapatanana.
Anyway, that's what the building you're in is called.
Oh, Jesus fuck.
But yeah, Lashunta names. Anyway, the office is clean, roomy, and orderly. A large desk stands imposingly before a broad window that offers a charming view of a nearby park, and a small table in one corner has a quartet of chairs arranged evenly around it. Near the door is a wide examination table covered with broken fragments of stone, many of which bear incomplete words or letters written in a spiraling text. Several tiny fountains throughout the room burble soothingly and shimmer with soft light.
So big pretty is what we're being told. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Nua would be kind of awed by it, all things considered. I mean, he's new to the planet, so the architecture would be.
And you are greeted by this Lashunta lady.
I greet them. What's up?
I mean, you are the captain, so.
Dude, she looks cool.
I like her outfit.
Well, Grim will
It's a
just
space doctor.
greetings. And I nod his head respectfully. Hoping he's not hitting the ceiling.
So, what can I help you all with?
Are you, Miss Professor Muhali?
Yes, I am.
Good, we need your help.
She's looking at you, Wallace.
Go ahead, Red.
Is that me?
Wally. Yeah,
Or
Wallace.
Wally.
Wally.
I
I
explained
meant
what happened.
Wally.
Like I explained what happened with the pyramids, whatever here, and the century thing, and
So, what do you say?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What
This
are
is
you
hard,
actually?
right?
I don't know what you're saying.
You gotta role play it out, man.
Yeah, what's Wallace?
I just said that like help. I don't. Do you go?
You're the
Okay,
captain.
Nua looks to Professor Muhali and looks back to... What my captain here is trying to say is we were sent here on behalf of the Starfinder Association of Absalon Station to look into something that we recently found. I'm sure you've seen the news. And all of that aside, the news is hyping everything up. We have a lot of information that we know nothing about, and the hopes is that by coming here, you would be able to, in some way, highlight what we don't know. We're supposed to be looking into something that goes by the name of the texts of Halakin Zahn. And Chiskisk, I don't know if you know this individual, who's a high-ranking official of the Starfinder Association, has given me, all of us actually, a what is the Pyramid People of Ukalam? Is it like a book?
Yeah, it's the guy's writings. It's
Okay, it's like we have a copy of the all the writings called the Pyramid People of Ukalam, and we have some symbols and stuff from our exploits that the news keeps going on about that may or may not relate. And we're hoping that you would be able to help with that information, or somebody here at least.
well, I don't particularly have a lot of time currently with the current situation to assist you until
Is
we
this
can
in
resolve
is
this issue.
this in regard to this Aliabians 21-2 situation that we caught wind of?
Yes. I've been spending my morning dealing with this issue with my colleagues.
And what exactly is this issue?
Well, my colleague, Aliens 21-2, gave a rather incendiary public lecture last night in which he examined a war from nearly a millennium ago and used the cultural fallout from it to rationalize the genocide of the Formian species, even though before the Lashunta city-states and forming colonies signed peace accords 30 years ago, such brutal conclusions would have been dismissed. Now he is fomenting hate crimes under the guise of pure logic and anthropology. This is not what the university stands for, but it's what the public now believes. I've
Wait,
placed him on an academic leave and restricted his access to university resources until we can clean this up.
Who who or what is Aliabians 21-2? This sounds like an android name.
He is contemplative.
Well, knew it. It's like I don't know what
It's
that is.
a model that you'll have to meet him to really understand, but it's a model of disorganized chaos containing a mismatch.
I see.
sounds
Hold
complex.
on. I need to actually look up how to word this. That's not actually the thing I wanted to. I apparently didn't write this down.
Because that's like Bible
Uh,
verse android name.
anyway, because I'll just. There are beings of extreme intelligence that deliberately evolve their brains to the detriment of their bodies. They're
Interesting.
beings of such great intelligence that they are essentially just floating brains that are incredibly potent in psychic abilities.
Ah,
So
floating
just
brain.
so he's inadvertently or intentionally rallying the public against, you said, the Formians?
Yes,
Because
performance.
they're brains.
And why is he doing that?
Because he doesn't like brains.
Oh, he is a brain fool.
Oh, sorry, he doesn't like people who don't have brains?
They have brains.
Well, I
I
don't know,
think.
man. Maybe.
I'm pretty
We're
sure they
not.
do.
He's
We're
just
not.
reminding me of the giant brain from.
We're not really
Oh, I'm thinking of like
sure.
I'm thinking of like the walking giant brains from Jimmy Neutron, that one movie. That's what I'm thinking right now, man. I assume they're very condescending
Right.
and a little
I'm thinking
cynical.
of Krang, but all right.
Nah, man, Jimmy Neutron, dude. This is where this is from, dude.
Anyway,
Yeah, moving on.
we're not really sure. We're still trying to deal with this issue.
What cropped up that made him all of a sudden promote this? Like, what happened?
Does seem like
Because it's strange to just all of a sudden do something like that.
something had to have
Well,
provoked
it's,
this.
I'm not personally sure. It just seems to be part of his current research activities.
Where does
It's rather
would it be beyond my place to ask where his place of residency is? to ask him directly what his reasons are for this? Because I'm pretty sure if he's promoting this, then he'd be all aghast to state this stuff. Like, he'd be happy to inform.
Gonna sigh and rub her temples at the like where her antennae are. Well, with as persistent as you are, maybe you can help. We need to
Well,
smooth this issue over quickly with him, and he doesn't seem to be listening to anything I or any of us say.
he's probably not going to listen to anything we'd have to say either, but at least we
He,
can come to
Agreement.
at least we can come to understand his reasons and then
Well,
he
see work from
hasn't
there.
he
plus, we're
hasn't
an
broken
outside
any.
force. We wouldn't have any reason to suspect us for it.
Yeah, he hasn't broken any of our rules or protocols, so we can't specifically dismiss or fire him without bad publicity.
That makes
But
sense. That's probably what all the reporters were here for.
if we can at least get him to make a public apology, that would be acceptable. If you can at least do that, I might be able to provide some assistance for you.
Well, I guess then we'll have to go talk to this Mr. Alibian's 21-2.
Oh,
I'm a bit curious
where,
about
where, where,
myself.
where's the fastest way to get to him? Where is he at currently?
Just
Are you
on
still
the
there?
second floor. Right, well, Wallace can show you, because he is technically still with you.
Yeah.
Um, he's knows where the office is and he can guide you. Alright, so, as you enter the office, you see, well, a room filled with dust, debris, and discarded papers, all littering the floor. A very disorganized office. A single chair is in the corner with desk and shelves crowded with books, scrolls, statuettes, and loose computer hardware.
Calling card of a madman.
Uh, yeah, the office is a very disorganized mess of texts and artifacts from across the packed worlds. Um, you see this man floating above
Oh.
the floor bef-
What the hell?
because you believe that because of his floating, he doesn't really care about the floor because it is covered in many things. And as you step in, you the floor crunches noisily under you.
He's
Oof.
literally a
And
giant.
he's holding up that, like, doll in front of his no face.
Yeah,
I believe this is the guy we're looking for, huh?
Yeah, it's like some kind of artifact thing, I assume.
Oof, so he's literally a floating brain. Okay.
Grim is processing this.
Yeah, same. New was kind of like, what the fuck?
I'm
so,
not even phased by this. My chair's just like, yeah, they said it was a giant brain. It was a giant brain.
Then
Everybody roll a
oh, it's
thing for
about to
me.
go.
Which stat do I want? Roll life science.
Curses. Oh, yeah, I feel good about that.
Okay, well. Nua and Arngrim realize quite a bit of contemplatives.
Why am I looking at this picture again? What the fuck?
Let's see, they're known to be intelligent, observant, confident. Their behavior is often jarring to their colleagues of other species. Individual contemplators often refer to groups of their kindred using the first person plural, suggesting some degree of racial hive mind, telepathic union, or sacred sense of shared existence.
Huh?
Contemplatives. I'm looking. There was something specific. Anyway, You are aware of just all the funny things with their racial stuff, but you are aware of the practice with contemplatives to abandon their childhood name for one based on a favorite quote or intellectual hero.
You mean like a meme? The DNA
So
of
it
the soul.
is a Bible verse of some sort.
Yeah, it is a scripture of some sort, or at least a chapter.
Everybody roll
Book one.
culture.
Culture.
All right, lowest one is an uncultured swine.
But yeah, you're aware that he's like highly telepathic
I'm
and
uncultured.
all sorts of weird mind
Ouch.
stuff.
I'm an uncultured
Ouch.
swine.
I mean, it
Right.
makes sense. I don't know about this shit.
Well, Nua, you are you've realized that his name is in reference to the second article published by the radically anti-conventionalist scholar Libyans in the year 21 AG, which contains the famous line, "When the past is unknown, we must make a tradition of challenging so-called tradition."
So Che Guevara. Okay. Wait, 201 AG or 21 AG?
21 AG.
21
What does
AG.
AG
That's a,
stand for?
so
I
the
forgot.
2 is the second article, and the 21 in his name is the year 21 AG,
Okay.
is the way that appears to be designed.
And what was this? The second article published in 21 AG is about, what was it about?
God,
When the past is unknown.
why does he look like that?
Well, when the past is unknown, we must make a tradition of challenging so-called tradition is the
Ah,
famous
okay.
quote from it.
Challenging.
That's that is the famous quote.
Can you copy that quote to me in Discord? I
Um,
can't type as fast as you guys talk, so.
I'm a gigantic brain.
It's literally a brain. The thing is, the brain isn't even what bugs me. It's that body. The body is just.
yeah,
It's
they
a.
did that thing where they shriveled up their bodies.
Yeah, that's just a Dark Souls enemy. Like, I swear to God, that's a Dark Souls enemy.
Oh, I don't know. Looks like a bloodborne enemy to me, but
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that too. It's a Bloodborne.
Oh, it's I guess
Hold on, I'm
I'm still.
typing this.
That's fine. One may not have been to the planet, but he browses the onlines.
That space wiggle.
browse all the message boards.
I mean, to be fair, if we had, like, all these kinds of creatures and stuff like that floating around, we'd probably be browsing information too. At least I know I would.
Right.
Oh, okay. Let me...
Um,
Mouse, come on. Thank you.
guys, unfortunately, I gotta go. Is that alright?
Are you going to play Resident Evil?
Nah, I gotta go do something.
Are you
Okay.
gonna be back?
How long?
It's still pretty early. Like, are
We
you
can
sure
take a
you have to
break
leave
if
right
it's
now?
something you need to take a break for, but... Because you got to be more specific when you say you got to go. You got to let us know why. Like, are you going to
I
come back?
gotta. I mean, I can come back. Gotta go.
Because
Like,
there's still a couple hours planned, so
Yeah.
you should be like at least
Because
kind of.
we can take a small break. We haven't taken the break yet.
you know, give me like not even 10 minutes. I'll be right back.
All right.
I will
Okay. Yeah, we'll
we
take a break then.
should
Let people
take a
get some
break
drinks and
anyway.
stuff. All right, I got that quote written down though.
Right. Well,
Just look at this. Just the fucking brain.
just a
Just a
brain.
shriveled body. Why is he
Yep.
looking like that though? Oh god. Oops.
All right, so I've got those notes written down. This gives me time to actually clear up. I cleared up some of my
There.
notes, but
Yeah, that's what the contemplatives look like with no clothing on. You can actually play one of those.
I
I can
don't.
see why they're called contemplators, because everybody else has to contemplate why they look like that.
Alright, well, I'm gonna grab a drink.
Because they're a bit weird looking, but you know, they're just floating brains. They don't technically have faces.
Their weird bodies bug the hell out of me because they look like they could hurt you so bad without the psionic energy. Just stab you with their weird legs. They look like bugs. I think it's because, for some reason, to me, they look like spiders.
Yeah.
That puts new meaning to the term. We got a big brain, this situation.
When contemplatives build their own community, the structures are often windowless and difficult to navigate for those unable to fly.
Makes sense.
Yeah, they don't really need to see. Applied knowledge, atrophy.
Windows are overrated. All it does is let light in the house.
Contemplating can't properly wield a two-handed weapon without dedicating its telekinetic powers to supporting the weapon, and even then it takes a -4 penalty to attack rolls. It also can't use its spell-like abilities or fly until it is no longer wielding that weapon. Yeah, it has an atrophied trait where you can't actually use weapons. And if they can't fly, their base speed is 5 feet.
Yikes. So how would you... I mean, other than magic, how would you... Do they have any spell-like abilities that don't have... You know...
They have psychic
slots?
flight, psychic senses. There's some knowledge thing they have. Their stats are funny though, because it's +4 int, +2 charisma, -2 strength, -2 constitution.
I am intrigued. Kind of want to see if this brain is
Yarr,
properly
they're,
focused.
they're monstrous humanoids.
Look at them.
Ah, I'll be right back.
Okay.